All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time zone you may be in. This is Off the Grid Podcast with Aiden and Jared.
You know, podcast to the truth, and we are live.
We are live. That is so true. And
There we go.
let's it might be a second here. We're going live, so
There we go.
all sorts of things can happen
Yes,
in a live stream. So
hopefully you guys can see us.
yeah, hopefully hear us okay. So feel free to give us shoot us a message on YouTube, because we can monitor what you guys are talking about, which is cool. And Aiden's taking care of the making sure the live stream's working.
Yeah.
And
cause someone has to do it.
yeah, someone's got to do it.
I figured I'd take on that responsibility. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
just adjust.
glad you guys could join us tonight. Oh, we have a live chat. Look at that. That's kind of cool.
Cool.
On the bottom right corner of my phone.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, so if you guys want to pop them off, I mean,
Wow!
Wow!
Hold on a
Sorry,
second,
guys. I'm still a little bit excited from earlier. So,
if you want to pop
anyway,
oh, good lord.
sorry, guys. What I meant to say, if you want to fire off comments down below, not pop them off. Oh man. Anyway, but yes, we are going to be talking about the State of the Union tonight. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a turning point in our country.
Yes.
Well, technically that's gonna be 2024, but this is gonna probably inform us on what Biden is looking forward to do the next couple of years before he is up for re-election, at least.
Yeah.
So to know where our country's headed, at least before that happens.
For sure.
Tonight will give us a kind of a map to where that can go. So
Yes, and
what do you think, Joe? What do you think about this?
yeah, I mean, first of all, it is. I mean, the State of the Union in general is kind of just political theater.
Right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
essentially. There's no. It's not really going to give us any information that we didn't already know about. You know what the state of our country is. I mean, everyone can realize that, gas prices are the way they are, and we're forced to pay $4 a gallon for gas.
Yeah.
And when you got people like me who drive an hour plus to work every day, that cost adds up over a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gassing up at least once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm really driving a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it really adds up.
Yeah.
So it's certainly not nothing to take lightly.
Right.
So thank you guys for tuning into our live stream tonight.
Yes.
And if you
Jed,
guys,
if you see one person, that's me. So
okay, gotcha.
Don't-
Our one viewer up there.
right. So
And
don't be taken aback. I just wanted you to.
and also, are you able to share the live stream that is up on YouTube right
I don't know if
now?
it'll damage it, but let me see.
No, press the three dots and then press
the link.
share.
Well, I can do the link just from the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll update our Facebook page right now, really quick.
Oh, something about seeing that live thing next
Isn't
to
that
it is
awesome?
just great.
Well, the live chat is what got me going. But I mean,
Yeah, I love
so
it.
I got you to taking care of this beforehand.
Yeah, so
You know how it is.
While Aiden's doing that, I'll preface this. We are live before the Union, the State of the Union. It is going to be live at 9 o'clock,
Yes.
allegedly. And so we're going to talk about the headlines, like as usual, hence the name of the program here.
Yeah. But
Um,
the primary thing is the State of the Union.
yeah. So sorry I kind of confused you guys when I said good morning, good afternoon, and all that, acting like it was our normal podcast.
That's
but
why I said we all a lot.
yeah,
Which-
we are
Okay.
live.
Well, me coming in with the clutch save.
Yeah. I mean, technically, we still are Off the Grid podcast. This is just a different part of the program because we're changing things up a little bit.
Oh, there's 3
As we
people
said.
watching now. Holy crap. And
Sweet.
we already have a like.
Nice.
Sweet.
And anyways, let's well, let me double check on the before. Let me make sure I have the proper stream up for when the State of the Union goes live.
Mm-hmm.
So just bear with me here. Okay, it looks like
Notion has been the centerpiece.
Shut up. Sorry about that. Let's see. There's.
Why don't I send it to you, Joe? It's already
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm right here. All right, so we'll be monitoring the State of the Union here. I guess we could do the. Oh, this is better. It just has the stream. We can just use this.
Cool. And yeah, so we can transfer that like as.
Yeah, it should just broadcast straight on here. We should be able to hear it. Everyone should be able to hear it. Okay, so anyways, I guess we'll just we'll start off on our normal programming here.
Yeah.
Let me just exit out of here. Okay, so since we got some time before the State of the Union starts, I guess we'll just get into this.
Yes.
So one of the headlines this past week that I noticed was, well, do you remember that whole entire thing with Ron DeSantis in Florida where he was trying to punish Disney for their woke content?
Yeah.
And basically their not-so-secret gay agenda.
Right.
Well, now DeSantis is finally going through with his promise to take over that Orlando district that that Disney used to self-govern. So this is from the Daily Wire.
Daily Wire.
Let me log in though, because their ads are gonna pop up.
Also, Joe and I am loving the necklace. Just so you know.
Oh, thanks, dude. I just got it.
Gotta live out that faith. So.
Yep. Got to wear it on the outside of the shirt, so then, you know, because if you wear it underneath, you know, that's you're kind of, in my opinion, you're kind of hiding your faith a little bit.
Yes.
Even though you have it on your body. Okay, so DeSantis to take control of Disney. Why are these pop-ups on? Oh, I'm just trying to read.
It's gonna catch that freak out in the live stream. When we watch it back, Joe, that's gonna be funny to watch back.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and get this propped up. So
whoa, what? Can we really do that?
Yes, we can.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of like doing this.
What? We can do this live though. Isn't that crazy though, Joe? Like. Sorry.
Heck yeah, dude.
Crap, yeah.
Crap, yeah, dude.
Oh, should we just keep it like that for the rest of the podcast?
No. Whoa, wrong one.
Oh, no.
Why are we showing our logo? Interesting. That was not what I had in transition. Let me...
Oh, God.
Huh, interesting. All right, sorry, guys. I'm trying to learn this on the fly here.
It's still new, guys, so...
Something I did.
Well, I mean, it is showing us still, though, so that's good.
Okay, now we don't have anything. Interesting.
What did we do last time, Joe? We're good to figure it out, guys.
All right, sorry. My apologies. This is a bunch of hogwash right now. Sorry. I have to see if I can bring this back.
There we go.
All right. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out for the next one. Says.
Wait, what are we gonna do though when the
We'll get it working hopefully by the time. Let me do this so then we're not boring our audience. So newly released legislation by Florida Republicans on Monday will allow Governor Ron DeSantis to appoint all 5 leaders of Disney's tax district in Orlando and will officially rename the district. The bill will turn the Reedy Creek Improvement District into the Central Florida Tourism Oversight and will deliver on DeSantis' promise last year to take over the district. DeSantis's office said that the special tax district, which has allowed Disney to govern themselves since 1967, turned the theme park into an unaccountable corporate kingdom.
That's exactly the words that are in my mind, Jared.
Quote, Florida is dissolving the corporate kingdom and beginning a new era of accountability and transparency, DeSantis's office said. Quote, these actions ensure a state-controlled district accountable to the people instead of a corporate-controlled kingdom, end quote. DeSantis's office said that the legislation, and it's kind of bullet points everything here, it says permanently eliminates Disney's self-governing status, improves a state-controlled term-limited board with members appointed by the governor on Disney and its property, allows the state to impose taxes on Disney for possible road projects outside of the district's boundaries, ensures that Disney pays $700+ million in unsecured debt, not Florida taxpayers, provides no control of the district to the leftist local government in Orange County, which threatened to leverage the situation to raise local taxes, imposes Florida law so that Disney is no longer given preferential treatment, which is the key to that whole point.
Yes!
And prevents...
Just 'cause a corporation doesn't mean you can
Yeah, I know.
make the world go
that's
round.
the thing. It's like they think since they're Disney and they've had that, it's a privilege, not a right, to be able
Check
to...
your privilege.
Yeah, because...
I'm serious.
Right, yeah. I mean, well, Disney, you know, they were granted that by the government
Right.
back in 1967. And they've just
That
been...
can also go into Disney and the Illuminati. We can discuss that for days.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
So a big, like...
But what it is that, you know, they kind of took it for granted that they have that preferential treatment. Yeah. They can self-govern. And, you know, now they're just like, oh, we can leverage stuff against the government. We're more powerful. It's like, no, the government can strip that away from you just as they gave it to you.
Yeah.
You know, they can take it away.
Yeah.
So that's good to know, and kind of you know, grounded them in reality. They're like a reality check, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just do whatever the hell you want.
Right.
Prevents Disney from gaining more land by eminent domain, creates avenue to compel Disney to contribute to local infrastructure. Ooh. Let's see. Well, DeSantis' office has also released a list of some of the powers that Disney previously had when they governed themselves. Listen, the ability to build airports and nuclear facilities. Disney had that power, dude. And can you imagine, like, oh, it's the Mickey Mouse nuclear house?
No. I'm imagining. Hold on. Let me paint the picture.
Okay.
It's the Second American Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And you see one of those army payload trucks pull up to the street, right?
Uh-huh.
And there were 3 nuclear missiles, and on the side for the logo are 3 little mouse ears.
Oh.
And when it blows up, the mushroom cloud is it's mushroom ears. Wait, no, mouse ears, not mushroom ears.
Mushroom Mushroom ears.
Oh my god.
What the heck does that mean?
You still can't figure that out, Jed?
I'm having some trouble.
Me too. Down in my down in hell.
I don't
Speaking of hell, we'll talk
understand.
about that later, but we'll talk a lot about hell later. Don't you dare
I'm not
toast
ending
anything,
anything. I'm just... Whoa. Hopefully, all right, window capture. That's what I wanted.
Alright, see if that works, Jed.
Yeah.
Oh shit, wait, can we go back to our normal camera view though if we
Yeah, it's on this.
Okay.
I was seeing if there's something that is probably something obvious or not.
Oh shit.
Goodness gracious. I hate this thing sometimes. It was working so great at the beginning, and then once we
And
go
there
live
we go.
streaming, and there's our technical difficulties.
And now we're back.
And we could pop that back up, but we can't.
The people watching it. There we go.
Well, we're just dark on that screen there.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Possibility ways in a loving home.
well, guys, we might be having some issues here tonight. Just a warning.
And wanted to.
Ugh.
And we're back.
And we're somewhat back.
People are probably like, "What the heck's going on?"
Yeah, sorry. It's not easy when you're the one trying to control
Everything
and talk.
Yes. No. Aiden, that's rude. Don't do that.
Well, it's like we can do the State of the Union, but it's gonna be hard when
We
we
can do
can't
the
get
audio,
those.
right?
Yeah, we can do the audio. You'll be able to hear it. It's just unfortunate because I wanted it on the screen. I had
Me
it there at
too.
one point, you know. And it's
What did we do though?
window capture. Yeah, that's right. See, like if I, ooh, sorry.
Wait, try it from there, Joe. Try transitioning it.
Where from what?
Just hit transition right now. Just like humor me for a second. Aha!
It works when it wants to.
Yeah, there it is. So keep it on that setting, Joe. Whatever you do.
I don't know what I.
'Cause-
It's just finicky. I don't know.
Aha, there we go. Now it's on.
All right,
there.
sorry guys. We're just having some
We
serious.
are back though. So
The joys of doing a live stream.
yes.
Anyways, so
Hey, hey, there we go.
there we go. Now it's adjusted. Sorry for the trouble there, guys.
We had to just figure this out. We had to figure it out. But
Could
we're
you
good
try?
now.
Could you try commenting on the page there just to see if it pops up on here? Because it
Yeah.
says that it has a chat right here. I just wanted to see. Just
I'll play something.
say, hey, it's Aiden, or something. I don't know.
There you go. A little bit of a high, Jared.
There you go.
Do it for you.
I thought it was, can I do it for you?
Well,
Or
technically it's.
or did I have it wrong?
Let me do it for. Hold on a second.
Let me
Do it for you.
Kermit.
When all I do is for you. I did that too well.
That's not right.
Let me do it for you. My voice is cracking all over. Hold on. Dad, you do it. Let me do it for you. Okay, first of all, before we get started, do you even know how that meme came about?
No.
Me neither. Like, it just came out of nowhere one day, and I was looking through TikTok, and I saw it, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
It's like, what are we watching? I don't know why that went viral.
So, to anyone that doesn't know, what is this, Joe? And it's basically a.
It's that dog meme. It has like a long nose. It's like a. It's like a dachshund or something.
And it's like it does different things. Like one of them, it was a Pringles can, and the lawn can,
yeah.
and the dog's nose goes in like, boom, and it just sinks to the bottom.
It's that was the first one I saw,
Yeah.
actually. Ironically,
It's like, what the heck? Like, what was why weed?
yeah, that's so stupid.
It's awesome though. Memes aren't like they used to be.
You know
They
what
used to
though?
have quality to them. Like they used to.
When you look back at some of the memes that were like when we were growing up,
Yeah.
you look and they're so cringy.
Yeah, but this is just weird.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna
That's
gonna
like some-
lie to you. I mean, it still
This
is
Bullseye
really.
dog meme is borderline fetish crap. Like what? But like, I'm serious. But like the lawn nose and like the freaking
You're like, what are you into?
like tons and. Ugh.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Let's see. A 1, a 2, a 3. Anyways,
Ah.
all right. So another one of the we would be
Amiss if we didn't talk about this.
yeah, this is a serious national security issue
Going
right
back
now.
to the headlines, guys.
Going back to the headlines.
Quit with the dogs.
Yeah.
Don't you dare stop posting dogs in the comments.
So
We go back to our comments and it's a bunch of fucking dog emojis.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Anyways, so if you guys didn't hear about this, I don't know what to tell you because this was all over the headlines over the past week or two. They were talking about the Chinese spy balloon, which has been like literally flying over the entire continental United States.
Right.
Which
First of all, how the hell did they miss it? Like,
how can you let that happen?
yeah.
Something to fly over, all the United States. It's not like it was. It's not like it was a United States based, aircraft.
Right? No, it was
This
Chinese.
is something from China. Our
Something that should be
our
one
worst
of our main
enemy.
rivals. Well, at the very least, our main rival.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
We
not.
haven't killed any of the soldiers yet, so I wouldn't necessarily call them our enemy, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a better term for it is
Main
rival.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Well, I mean, we technically all know. I mean, kind of shot down something now, but like seriously, like.
But think about it. I
We
mean,
haven't killed any of the soldiers yet, so I mean.
but
I
what
wouldn't count that
happens?
as
Right. But what happens when we, end up going into a full-on war? I mean,
beyond
that.
enemies, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's a full-on possibility too.
Because of this.
Yeah.
So what is this story,
Oh
Jed?
shoot. Why does it do that? I don't understand that. It's like I gotta hold on. Why? It works for a little bit, and then it just, for whatever reason,
Decides to.
that's our logo. Yes. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, go back to the camera thing, because I think that's what you had it on last time when it worked. Because it worked for the longest time.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it was working until I can't click anything. I'm not allowed to do any transitions to, bring us back full screen and whatnot.
What happened, though? Jeez.
It drives me nuts because it's like it should be a simple. It won't even
Oh, God.
humor
now we don't
me
even
on.
have our camera now.
Brings our camera back up. I just want to bring the full thing.
We're going to have to do that every time we want to.
Well, the thing is, it's like I want to pop us back into full screen when there's nothing real interesting going on. Like I want to easily go back and forth, but it looks like this is going to be a problem tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I could be the way I have it set up. And then why is that?
Well, that works.
Why does that?
Why does it pop in the logo? What?
I don't know.
Oh man. Look out magic, I guess. Whoa.
Yeah, it'll work eventually, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sorry about the delay, guys. This is a pain in the arse.
Well, I mean, we did preface this by saying we probably won't get to every story tonight anyway. So
yeah, so a lot of it is just trying to weed out the issues.
A lot of it's just trying to be filler too, probably. So
yeah, probably another thing too is I need to look up how to do.
You wanna make a full screen. That way
I can try. Usually the camera works. Wrong one.
There you go. There we go.
There we go. Sorry.
Sorry about that, guys. Anyway.
It'll hopefully work at some point.
Yeah.
But anyways, it kind of just decides whenever it wants to work. It's a willy-nilly crazy software.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll figure it out. I probably have to look up different tutorials about Streamlabs and maybe they'll explain it why it's not working the way it is
consistently.
Yeah, it's probably something I have it set up the wrong way. It's probably a user error on my part. But anyways, I guess let's just continue here.
So what's the story though, Joe? Like they didn't.
So the Biden White House has not briefed a gang of 8 over China spy balloon scandal. They're slow walking the details. So let me preface this about this article from the Gateway Pundit. this is very opinionated. This piece is very it's not a normal journalistic piece.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the way it's worded here. But it says it's been a week since the Chinese spy balloon started crossing over Alaska and the continental United States. The Biden regime has been aware of the Chinese spy balloon in U.S. airspace since Saturday, January 28th.
Right.
The Biden administration initially ignored the threat, hoping the balloon would not be detected, but after amateur photographers captured the balloon flying over Montana, the Biden White House had to admit they knew about the balloon. Now we know that the Biden White House has not briefed the Gang of 8 congressional leaders on the border incursion by the Chinese communists.
I like that.
Steve Scalise revealed this on Tuesday morning. The executive branch of the United States is required to disclose highly sensitive intelligence information to the Gang of 8. According to Wikipedia, which isn't the best source, but the current Gang of 8 members include, and it kind of goes over different sitting representatives or whatever.
Like basically leaders and stuff.
Yeah. And it just ends by saying, what are they hiding?
Well,
why would...
They're not hiding anything. They're cowards. That's what they are.
Yeah. Can you explain?
You literally let one about to. Let a balloon fly over the entire country. And this is from China. And, you waited, what, a day? A full day?
Yeah.
Before sending in that F-22 to shoot it down? Thank God, it did end up getting shot down in the end, but,
But it was almost...
It took too long, though. We should have shot it down when it ended Alaska.
Yeah.
As soon as we discovered it, it should be nope, that's going down. That ain't happening. Not on our turf.
It shouldn't be happening on our turf. And also, it shows, too, how weak America is. Mm-hmm. It was a test by the Chinese to see whether, we'll respond in a, in a certain way. They're testing.
I don't think they were gathering intelligence, but I also think it was just to test our reaction.
Right.
To see.
Well, also, you got to think.
They're poking and prodding before they commit to a war that they don't know if they can win or not yet.
Well, yeah, and also think about it. It's like this huge balloon traveling.
Which, by the way, the video is shooting it down on badass, by the way. Watching it. It's so cool. Anyway.
But anyways, it was traveling at such a slow pace.
Yes.
It's not...
And it's gigantic. This isn't a small, balloon either.
Yeah.
What? They said the equipment on it was, 3 school buses length?
Yeah.
Like that?
And, well, if China was so concerned about the U.S. seeing this thing, then why would they make it so slow-moving and so noticeable?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it was high altitude, and normal people wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, but people on the ground were taking photos of it, too. So it's if it's noticeable by just regular American people...
I don't think it was a spy balloon, as we think it is.
What, do you think it's a civilian balloon, China was saying?
No, it's an intelligence-gathering balloon, but I don't think it's a spy balloon. Because why would you let people take photos of it? And
what's the difference between an intelligence balloon and a spy balloon?
A spy balloon you can't see, and it scrambles your phone so you can't take photos of it. Intelligence is just gathering intelligence.
Gotcha.
Just about either nuclear sites or you can let it be out in the open and have people take pictures of it, but it's just gathering intelligence. It's not like its main goal is to be covert.
Yeah.
And reveal and avoid detection. I popped up on a radar for God's sake,
Right, yeah. Well,
so that's my 2 cents on it. If it was an actual spy balloon, it'd probably be scrambling our radar and stuff. So I don't know if.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me see. There was a Oh, here it is.
It's big and white, though. I know that.
Here's the list of U.S. military bases in the path of the China spy balloon as it traversed across the continental United States. It's also from
Ohio is safe.
Also from the Gateway Pundit.
See if they can see that.
I can try.
No. Wait.
Oh.
Wait, did it just work? Did it? What?
Why did it like move this?
Wait a minute. Do that again, Jay. Let's see if it works. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does it work? Oh, it doesn't work. No. Oh,
Gosh darn it.
Got the
Weird.
Doggone it. It's alright. Wait a minute. We're trying to listen to ourselves.
Well, I was seeing if it would adjust anything, because, like, see how there's, like, that little gap there?
Now try it. See if it works now.
Let me just see if I can get...
Oh!
It, like, doesn't
It faked us out! Wait. That's because it's not covering all the... That's weird. Oh, and now we're on.
It doesn't like...
Us.
I wonder if it just doesn't like that, I don't understand why it does that. That's so strange. We were able to get it to work, and then once you take it off that, it...
Yeah.
How did we get it working there for a second?
Well, I couldn't tell you, Judd. Watch it be small, and then it works.
Yeah.
Try it. Oh, my gosh.
It messes with our camera, but it won't adjust.
Everything
Because
else. Anything
technically
else.
what's in that edit window there
Yeah.
is what's going to display in the live. So when you click transition, it should automatically just
Yeah.
show what's in there, and I don't understand why it's being so freaking difficult. Show windows with empty names, show window shadow. I don't understand.
It's all right, Judd.
Sorry, you want to kind of talk about this?
So basically it went from Montana to, I think, South Carolina, where it was promptly shot down.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 7 states it flew over before it got shot down. And I just have to say, what the hell?
Like how?
As much of people would say, what?
There we go.
Hey, as much of people would say, what in the actual hell? Like,
That's the real question.
like what in the actual hell?
Like how?
7 states.
I don't.
7.
I don't understand, dude. It allegedly came over Alaska.
Which fun fact? Well, not so fun fact, but fact.
Yeah.
Don't move to Alaska. Point in case being, if the U.S. is ever invaded, they're gonna come from Alaska most likely.
Yeah, because
It's an entry state. So what I mean by that is they can come from 2 ways, right? They can either go invade straight from Alaska to the U.S. and go straight to the U.S. into the U.S., or they can probably go through Mexico and then storm through Texas and then come that way. Also, maybe through Cuba also, but I mean,
yeah.
Multiple different entry points. But the U.S. is so big that, I mean, they'd have to cover a lot of freaking land. So they have to have help.
And also something too, there was something called an ice corridor.
Yes.
That is up towards Alaska.
Yep.
So
that's what they'd have to get through to get to the U.S., yeah.
Well, it actually makes it easier to get over to the U.S. because basically, I don't know if it's still like this nowadays. I can't remember
It's probably
how it works.
First of all,
but there is an ice corridor that certain times of the year, like it basically freezes over between Russia and Alaska.
So
basically, because that was how they believed back in ancient times, where like these nomadic tribes
would
traverse
cross over into in Alaska, yes.
Yeah, because it's like, well, how did these because what
They use the dogs, the mushers probably.
Yeah, I mean
Siberian Huskies.
And where do you think the Native Americans came from? They had to come from somewhere.
Right.
And they look more of like Asian descent, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So they probably traveled through the ice corridor.
Wait, are you telling me that they just want to take their land back?
What?
You told me they were Asian looking. They were telling me they wanted to take their land back from
No,
us?
Let me say, this has nothing to do with the Chinese spy balloon. But what I was
We
saying,
want to take our land back. Give it back.
give it back, will ya?
Timmy got attention deficit disorder and he walked it off. Exam. Such a good TikTok, guys. Oh my gosh. He did 5 jobs at the same time. He's 9. Timmy had to learn calculus off the back of milk cartons. Oh, that's funny. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's
That's so bad. That's so racist. So bad. Anyway.
great.
Joe, don't F with anything. You're gonna make it go away. You're gonna piss him off.
What? Piss what off?
The screen. You're gonna piss him off. That's hot.
Woo!
Dude, you're gonna F it off.
No, it's when I start clicking stuff over here is when
That
it has
don't
issues.
click anything. Don't touch anything.
Let's just leave it where it is.
Nine.
Darn.
Was so bad.
And then also the Gateway Pundit has something about they were talking about on live TV because it's basically in response to
Oh shit! What time is it?
8:40.
Okay.
Not till 9. We can.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. Here's the state. Of
Oh, that's so cool. Ah, that's so cool. I'm sorry. Calm down. Oh.
Got about 19 minutes.
I know,
till,
but like to see that. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so cool. That is so cool.
Alrighty.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I can't wait to watch that back.
Zoom in right there on just you freaking out.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Oh, that dude, I'm just proud of us, dude. That's awesome, dude. Like to
Same.
have it that fast and like boom, boom, boom. Yes, it has its mishaps, obviously.
Yeah, it's I got to figure out how to easily transition between like us full screen and the web site or whatever.
I just saw it.
You just saw your freak out. Huh?
Oh, that's awesome. Oh. That's so
Anyways,
cool.
but yeah. Let's get
Time
back.
travel.
What?
Time travel.
What do you mean?
By a couple seconds.
Well, like with the delay.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm looking at my past self.
So, anyways, so of course the conservative right, we're all getting on Biden about not shooting down the balloon for a week.
Yeah.
And then of course the Biden administration, instead of, saying, well, yeah, we kind of effed up, they're like saying,
You messed up, Avon.
yeah, no, they ended up saying that the Trump administration had so many Chinese spy balloons that went over and they didn't shoot it down. But then it's like, why didn't we hear about it? Why are we just hearing about this now?
Right.
And allegedly, I guess it never reached it all the way to the top. Like there was like a
Right.
spy balloon that entered briefly
No,
into
'cause
the
they knew
United
that-
States.
Because some people were scared of Trump because he knew it would have done, not taking no for an not messing around.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe
but
they were
scared
kind of
'cause they
afraid of like a
were
war
scared-
with China?
Yeah, because he would have started it.
And that's why
That's
Biden
just who
kind of
Trump is,
waited
though.
as long
Like,
as he did.
That's who Trump is. I mean, I admire his. You could do it with small groups like ISIS, but not with a
Yeah.
whole nation. That's how Trump would have messed up, I think.
Yeah.
His hands like over the button like this.
Yeah.
It's like, don't. With whole nations, you can't do that. With little terrorists, yes, but not with whole nations.
Yeah, for sure.
Little in the nationwide sense, but not. You know what I mean, guys.
Yeah.
Go back to your caves and hide.
Well, see, the thing is, I if Trump knew about the spy balloons that was going on during his presidency, I'm sure he would have shot him down.
Right.
Because I don't, it's kind of like F around and find out kind
Yeah.
of guy, Biden, however, he's been a notorious slow to react to different events. I guess he was against the Bin Laden raid when Obama was president. He
Obama put that into effect.
Yeah, because guess what?
He understood that there was evil in the world and it needed to be.
Yeah, and
dealt
also
with.
don't listen to what Biden says because he's
Even
horrible
Obama
with.
himself said what?
He's
No estimated its ability to F things up.
Yeah, and specifically talking about his foreign policy.
Yeah.
Because Biden has horrible foreign policy.
Even Obama knew it.
Yeah, and Obama.
When you're trash talking to a former vice president, and you know that guy's messed up.
Yeah. And also, too, another kind of part of it that I'm wondering about, and maybe it's true, but Biden is like kind of in cahoots with the Chinese. He has a lot of we know his son Hunter has business dealings in China.
Also, talking about Hunter for a second, I don't know if it was him or not.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this to bed really quick.
Yeah.
Kind of has to do with war, but not related to China. He didn't die in Iraq. Biden, stop pushing bullshit lies.
He said
stop
that at
pushing
least
bullshit
twice.
lies. He came home from Iraq, okay?
Yeah,
Stop
he's
making him out to be some sort of fucking war hero, okay?
I mean,
pardon my language, but I take that stuff very seriously.
But we also thank him for serving our country.
Yes.
Just like any
no,
other.
I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at his father.
Yeah, for acting like he died in
war.
middle of war. He didn't.
You know what that's called? That's called stolen valor, and that's illegal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, because it's such a blatant lie. I mean, anyone, you just look at it. Has Biden ever heard of the internet? Like, people can just look that up and see, like, everyone's a fact checker.
Yeah.
We could all fact check Biden with everything he says.
Yeah. Anyway,
so it's not like he can hide everything.
Besides that little rant, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But beside that rant.
So this is another, I guess this is by the same author, Jim Hoft, from the Gateway Pundit. So it's kind of an opinion piece, but it says, what's going on? U.S. military now says there were 6 China spy balloons spotted during Trump's years, but no one was notified. And as you can see, it kind of shows like where the alleged 10 Chinese...
Yeah, we got like 14 minutes, so you know.
Okay, yeah, that's plenty of time. I'm keeping an eye on the clock, so no worries.
Okay.
So it's showing where all these spy balloons were allegedly at.
Yeah.
There was
half of them aren't even in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like why do you even?
Except that these are military bases.
Oh.
These were where they were.
Wait, blue and what? Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Wait, but that's from Fox. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no one was notified in leadership in the Trump administration. Back pain, toe fungus.
Down,
all part of the same.
Fungus. Last of Us.
The story is literally changing by the hour, and General Key.
Oh, something else has changed. Wait, something else changed. Wait,
Yeah. And General Keith Kellogg, who was the what is Kellogg cereal guy? Who was the executive secretary and chief of staff of the United
Kellogg
States National Security Council in the Trump administration, says he was never notified.
They're great.
And this is Midnight Rider and Fox News. I guess this is a video.
Want to test it out?
Yeah, let's
see
test
if it works. The video within a video.
Let's bring in our panel. Former National Security Advisor, retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg, and former Undersecretary of the Army, Patrick Murphy. Nice. Gentlemen, good to have you here. You were here for, what, 3 hours over the weekend?
Yeah.
Going after that balloon?
I think my nickname now is Balloon Boy.
Well, at least you're not inside not Colorado. So, General Glenn Van Herk is the NORAD commander, who gave us the stunning news that all of these other balloon incursions went undetected by NORAD.
I think they say the union started.
Which made many people's mind.
Sorry, guys. There we go.
We are at the
State of the Union, guys. Sorry, we had to cut that off.
The gentleman from Louisiana.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Scalise. The gentleman
That's
from
what I've been waiting for tonight, Jared.
Emmer.
Yeah.
The gentlewoman from New York.
That's cool that we just did that, Jared.
Yeah. It's a good thing we had the audio on. I wouldn't have heard it.
The gentleman from Alabama, Mr. Palmer. The gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Johnson.
Nice.
The gentlewoman
That's
from
awesome.
Oregon,
Looks great.
Mrs.
I know.
Chavez DeReamer. The gentlewoman
But
from
come in,
Virginia,
Kamala's
Mrs.
face.
Keegan.
That's the best spot for us
Yes.
to
Gentleman
be.
from New York, Mr.
Who's the lady in
Jeffries.
red?
We don't
The
know.
gentlewoman from
That's
Massachusetts,
Kamala, guys.
Miss Clark. The gentleman
God, she
from
like probably
California,
dreads
Mr. Aguilar.
standing right next to
The
McCarthy.
gentleman from California, Mr. Liu.
All right.
The gentlewoman from Washington, Del Bene.
Now, if it
The
stays, it'll be
gentleman from
perfect.
South Carolina,
Well, yeah, it's
Mr.
if I don't
Clyburn.
click anything.
Don't.
The gentleman
I'm not gonna
from
mess with it.
Colorado,
I'll
Mr.
mess with it
Nicholas.
later.
And the gentlewoman
What
from
is that?
California, Mrs.
Can you
Chu.
see my?
What do you mean? It's changed now.
Oh, you can't really see my
President of the
mouse, but
Senate,
I was
at the
Here
gonna.
we
direction
go.
of that body appoints the following senators
That body.
as members of the committee on the part of the Senate to escort the President of the United States into the House chamber.
Oh, God.
The senator from New York, Mr. Schumer.
All right.
The senator from Illinois, Mr.
Oh, she's
Durbin.
about to start laughing.
The senator from Washington, Ms. Murray. The senator
You
from
can tell
Michigan.
she's about to burst
Miss-
out laughing. She's so nervous right
Miss
now.
Smiley.
Senator from Minnesota.
They're not even paying attention. Look, half of them just have their heads turned away.
The senator from Wisconsin.
bunch of
Ms.
old farts.
Baldwin. There she is. The senator from Kentucky. Mr. Senator from South Dakota, Mr. Thune.
Yeah.
Senator from
Help
Wyoming,
us
Mr.
win,
Brasso.
guys. Doing the live stream.
The senator from West Virginia, Ms.
Dude, it's so
Tabitha.
cool that we have this much capability, though,
The
to
senator
F
from
around
Iowa,
doing,
Ms.
like, a
Ernst.
freaking...
I know,
Senator
dude.
Like,
from
it's so
Montana,
fun!
Mr. Daines.
And like we,
This is so cool!
I'll just kind of turn that down while we're talking because they're just kind of blabbing.
Wait, they can
Members
hear
of
us,
the
right?
escort committee will exit the chamber
What do you mean?
through the lobby doors.
I know the
in
board
the
isn't
stream?
yeah, I know the board isn't recording, but they can...
Yeah.
It all
Well,
goes through Streamlabs,
well,
right?
did you want to turn it up on there just to hear us, make sure you can hear the stream too?
Thank God. Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna turn this up. See if you can hear it. The background noise.
No. Oh, wait, you mean with the
No,
video?
Yeah, with the video.
Yeah, yes, I can hear the video, fine, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You can hear the State of the Union like video.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just want to make sure. Anyways, we'll just kind of turn that down low. But yeah, guys, we're planning on doing, and like I've said before.
A dive into it as it's going on. So I'd rather just talk before it
Yeah.
comes in. We can just
Let me
discuss.
finish here. So OTG headlines, we're planning on doing. That's like a separate segment on our Off the Grid podcast page on YouTube.
Yes.
And so it's going to be like, it's almost like a different show
Yeah.
than our regular podcast. This is basically, we're going to talk about what's going on in the headlines. We'll do live streams.
Like
That's
this.
where, like this is where you're going to find interesting things like this. Just, we didn't even have to move our normal hangout night because it turns out that the State of the Union's on Tuesday, and that's normally when we record.
Hey!
So it just
They
worked out.
for that.
I mean,
yes.
I would have moved the
Me too.
day
I
if it was
would've-
like Wednesday.
It
I
would
would
have made it work out. Yeah.
What in the, look at that. There's like a camera or
Yeah.
something. You see that? Oh, you can't see it because my face is blocking it, but
Ooh.
oh, it's a camera, yeah. I thought it was
man.
like something falling off the
Whew. Jared, that's gonna catch my sneeze. Watch. Watch. It's gonna catch my sneeze. Watch. 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 It's gonna catch my sneeze.
That's great.
Oh, it's gonna hear it too when I do it.
I love how this is live, dude. This
I
is
know.
great.
This is so cool.
Live chat and everything.
Okay, here we go.
The diplomatic corps.
Let's get serious. Diplomatic. What?
I don't think that's what they said.
Diplomatic.
In the beginning,
Oh,
God
I thought-
created.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Wow, this is on the New York Times.
Damn.
too.
Damn, boy. Here we go. Sorry. It's just so cool to have this happen.
And the nice thing is, guys, this is kind of the reason why I chose this live stream specifically was because it's like just with the camera there, and they're just like it's showing everything they're doing.
Yes.
It's not just like Fox News where it's like, oh, we'll dip in and out to check on the State of the Union.
And plus, it gives us commentary to talk about. So.
Yeah, like something going on in the background.
So as it's in the background, okay. Let me ask you, Jared.
Yeah.
What are they going to talk about tonight?
Well, good
Let's-
question.
Let's get the ball rolling. Let's try to.
Well, I know that they had like a guest list. I wonder
Sorry,
if
guys, we had to put the
I wonder if I can.
We're gonna put the headlines to the side for now. I'm sorry, we just because this is on now. So
Yeah, that was just some talking points.
before we got started,
Let me.
so they said they have a guest list, huh?
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone here. That way, let's see, guest list for State of the Union. Yeah, who is on the guest list? This is what we're looking for here.
Is that one who's gonna be appearing or no?
I hate this thing. Okay. Okay, so the Tyree Nichols family is going to be there.
Oh shoot!
Um,
Mr. Speaker, the Chief Justice and Associate Justices of the Supreme Court.
oh God, there's going to be a bad lip reading of this State of the Union. I just know it.
Yes, there will.
Supreme Court justices. Here they come. They must feel like they're in choir every time they walk around. They're like, get up on, like how they wear the big
on
robes.
The risers, yes.
Oh my God. Are you going to get on the, up on stage and sing us a song? State of the Union. It's a joyous time.
Yeah, let's picture this idea to you guys a bad lip we never know. Please accept it.
Yes. There's Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh,
Man, these military leaders are probably just looking at them like, what
some
is
other old guy.
Well, look at that. Look at the... I love how the military leaders always look at these leaders as if they're like, you guys are idiots. Because truly, they're the ones going to war. They're the ones that... Let's talk about that for a second. They're the ones going to war. They're the ones that have to sacrifice lives.
Yeah.
And they're probably looking at people like this saying, you guys are effed up.
Yeah.
That's why they always have a look like not of disappointment, but just seriousness, probably. Because it's just like, we have to serve these people right now. Like...
Right.
We are shedding our blood for this. Like... What do you think, Jared? What do you think? Am I crazy? Am I thinking into it too much?
No, I think you're right. Looks like Kamala and McCarthy were just chit-chatting.
Like, see? Like, they looked like they were annoyed almost. Like...
Well, also, like, people in the military are always very stoic looking.
Yeah,
like when they're standing around the president and stuff, so that's the whole point, too.
That's true.
So
They're
they're not...
calculative, too.
Yeah, if you notice, like, the guys standing there, they're not showing a whole... Oh, here comes Dr. Jill Biden herself.
The prom walk.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was kind of weird.
Let me just squeeze in here real quick.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, how
You
you
go next to
doing?
us, cute.
Huh?
You go next to us, cute.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't take us all big, guys. That was just an observation.
Yeah.
Okay, but is he actually going to come out and speak, though? Come on, Biden. Are you sleeping again?
Oh, someone else is coming.
Look at the guy,
Mr.
like, looking
Speaker,
down the lane.
The
You see him?
President's Cabinet.
President's Cabinet. Hey, Jerry. Before they start talking, I want to ask you a question. So what happens, because I was watching a show from ABC released a couple of years ago, and that got me thinking, right?
Mhm.
What if there was an attack during the State of the Union? So there's this show called Designated Survivor, right? Well, they basically, during the State of the Union, they plant a bomb in the Capitol, and they basically blow up the building, and they basically take out all the cabinet members and stuff. What would happen if that would actually happen? Like, is there like a form of structural government that would continue afterwards, you think? 'Cause, like, this would be a prime time to do something like that.
Yeah.
In the State of the Union, when there's like a bunch of people around.
Well, yeah, we hope, obviously, that
That never happens.
that never
obviously,
happens and
yeah.
everyone's safe.
Yeah.
But,
But the way this country's going, though, I don't know. I mean,
Well, it can happen in anywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, you got to remember too. This is like high security place.
Probably even more so since 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at the outside of the Capitol,
It
you
looks
will.
like there's not a lot of security. First of all.
No, they still have the fence up.
Do they really?
Yeah, the fence is still up outside of the Capitol. I just saw a video last night of what the Capitol looks like right now.
Wow.
And the Capitol is the people's house.
Yeah.
And yet it's almost like the rich person in the neighborhood just has a fence you can't go in.
Right.
You know, and it's like, well, that's not how, that's hence the name. That's not really how it is.
There's probably increased security tonight, though.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand on, like, times like this, but if it's just like any other time, you know, you think that they would be able to just, like, you and me can walk up to the Capitol and take
look at it,
pictures
yeah.
and stuff. Obviously not go inside and, you know, walk around.
Right. There, at least.
Yeah.
There, at least. They're all guided tours that you can take.
Yeah.
I think still, right? Still?
I think so. Remember when we were in D.C.
Yeah, but
back
that
in
was
middle
before-
school?
That was before the attack, though.
Yeah, it was a long time before the attack, yeah.
Do you think that's still a thing since the attack, or do you not think so? I mean,
They probably do guided tours still.
Okay.
But they probably, like I said, high security. Okay, President Biden should be showing up here very shortly.
Oh, is that him right there?
No, he's gonna hit the gavel, you know, before he comes in, I'm assuming. The president's cabinet has
I
to
thought
sit
you were
down
gonna
first.
say. Lord bless me. Oh no.
What were we gonna? What'd you think?
I thought you were gonna say he's gonna kick the bucket before he makes it in the
Oh,
will.
no, that's horrible.
No. Oh my god.
That's
yeah,
horrible.
he's gonna make it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so I fell asleep again watching Matlock.
Yeah. Biden, we gotta say the union. What?
Why am I so socially awkward?
Oh, great heavens!
All right, where is he?
Where's that old geezer?
We're not getting any younger. Nor are you, Biden.
That guy's strutting in there like, yeah.
No announcement needed.
Like Conor McGregor.
I'm out.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. As soon as Biden approaches, alright, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Everyone just leaves, and it's only him and the
It's like, okay, sir.
It's only him and the Oh gosh. It's only him. What's Twitter saying?
So
about
I
that?
guess, oh yeah, I guess I could go on Twitter, check things out, see if there's any
Any comments?
interesting updates. Let me switch over to our podcast Twitter.
Indivisible. With
Oh!
That was from my phone on accident.
I thought it was starting, Joe. Like I was like, wait a minute.
Indivisible.
What the fudge?
It was this libs of TikTok. It says teacher suggests students
Wanna
should
react to some
pledge
TikToks?
allegiance.
Before we start, you want to react to some TikToks?
We can, but I can't play any video.
But let me do it for you. Let me do it. The sound effect. No.
No, I'm not doing it.
That guy looks like, whoa, is that a man in black?
I don't know.
Well, seriously. That's out of place. Seems kind of out of place, Jared. Wait a minute, what are you on, Jared?
Just YouTube. I was
Yes,
finding sound
oh,
effects.
jeez.
I want to add this to the board.
Do it.
That plays during the
That's
whole
what
thing.
the State of the Union is, guys. Yeah, yes.
State of the Union.
What?
Nintendo DS.
No! Oh no, the State of the Union. No, play the Disney one again. Because it's introducing them all. That's perfect. Oh.
And they're all clapping like.
Oh my gosh.
Wait.
I was gonna go to class.
Then I got.
Oh! Hurry, Jared, he's coming. No, play something.
Oh.
Something that matches the mood.
Here, wait.
No, dude, Windows.
That's his brain right now. Boom.
Oh.
I don't know who that is. Error.
God damn it.
Oh, it's getting worse.
It's
That's the video, dude. Oh, that's great.
I'm not laughing only at this sound. I'm laughing at it matches the video so well. Oh.
All right, let's all clap. Yay!
Oh, that's gonna be good to watch back. Oh, my stomach hurts. Good.
Oh, I'm gonna save that sound effect. That was-
Please, yes. That was perfect, Joe. That them walking in and everything. Oh my gosh.
Boom.
Oh.
Add
Woo.
to save to playlist.
Yes, please. Holy crap, that's funny. Joe, there's some funny moments tonight, dude.
Yeah. Okay. How long is
Anyway, though. I hope it gets started soon, though.
I love that bump.
That's him right now. That's all
What's
chill
this?
out dictator. Turn that up. Turn that It's a monkey head right now. Look at this. The face goes perfectly. What the?
It's like this is actually part of it.
It's meant for him, dude. Dude, imagine what he's talking about right now.
Yeah.
What's a half-assed salute? Like, what the?
I don't. He's very lazy.
Oh my gosh. That's so good, Jerry. That's so good, dude. Sorry. An ad?
Yeah, these ads popping up. I was trying to find a sound effect to play for it. I can't seem to do it.
That's funny. When he starts talking.
Sometimes I hate how you.
Hey. That fits perfectly, Jared.
It's like welcome to the Krusty Krab.
Oh, wait, Jared.
What other ones we got?
Yay!
Oh, here we go.
background, so that kind of matches the Look at all in the background. Look at it.
It's like this belongs.
This is the full-on production we're doing here, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor to present to you the President of the United States.
Okay. Let's not pay attention to what I have to say now. Oh my gosh. That was awesome job, Joe. That was
Thank you.
flawless. You gotta
Mr. Speaker.
Alright. Whew, now let's see if he gets bored within the first 30 minutes like he did in the last State of the Union.
Yeah, really.
Oh my gosh, that was funny,
Thank
Joe.
you.
I'm sweating from laughing. I got tears in my eyes. The background just...
Mr.
Okay.
Speaker,
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Madam Vice President,
Okay.
our First Lady and Second Gentleman, good to see you guys up there.
We'll continue doing more sound effects
Members
as
of
we go on,
Congress.
because I'm
Right,
sure there'll
yeah.
be some funny moments.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I gotta have that playlist
That's
up, too.
hilarious, Joe. That's hilarious.
I'm gonna save this whole entire playlist.
By the way, Chief Justice, I may need a court order. She gets to go to the game tomorrow, next week. I have to stay home. Got to work something out here. Members of the Cabinet, leaders of our military, Chief Justice, Associate Justice, and retired Justice of the Supreme Court, and to you, my fellow Americans.
Nope.
You
That's fellow
know,
American.
start tonight by congratulating the 118th Congress.
There's gonna be a lot of
the new
nopes
Speaker of
tonight,
the
guys.
House, Kevin McCarthy.
Okay, right?
No, I'm just kidding. Kevin McCarthy's not bad, but
You don't like him, do you?
he's a Republican.
Is he though? Is he really?
I mean, you know, he's maybe not
Value-wise,
he's
I'm
maybe not the
saying-
most conservative of them.
He's not a
Speaker, I don't want to ruin your reputation, but I look forward to working with you. And I want to congratulate
interesting.
the new leader of the House Democrats, the first African-American minority leader in history, Hakeem Jeffries.
I don't know what was so funny about it.
I'm kidding. I'm being bad.
That is
I want to
awful.
display the fact I campaigned for him. Congratulations to the longest serving leader in
that
the
was
history of the
publicly
United
signed.
States Senate, Mitch McConnell.
All the jokes that he
Warrior.
does
Mitch
tonight.
McConnell. Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
What do we got to say for him, Joe?
He needs out.
Congratulations to Chuck Schumer, another, another term as Senate Minority Leader. I think you, only this time you have a slightly bigger majority, Mr. Leader. You're the majority leader. Bruh. That much bigger? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I want to give special recognition to someone who I think
Speckle.
is the greatest speaker in the history of the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi.
No! Blows a kiss to him. The heck?
Folks, the story of America is a story of progress and resilience,
All right, let's see what he says.
of
here.
always moving forward, of
Okay.
never, ever
I'm
giving
listening.
up. It's a story unique among all nations. We're the only country that has emerged from every crisis we've ever entered stronger than we got into it. Look, folks, that's what we're doing again. 2 years ago, the economy was reeling. I stand here tonight after
Wow.
we created, with the help of many people in this room, 12 million new jobs. More jobs created in 2 years than any president's created in 4 years because of you all, because of the American people. 2 years ago,
They're mostly people that are returning to work.
Right.
and 2 years ago, COVID had shut down, our businesses were closed, our schools were robbed of so much, and today, COVID no longer controls our lives. And 2 years ago, democracy faced its greatest threats in the Civil War, and today, though bruised, our democracy
Sorry, I forgot I
remains
was playing music.
unbowed and
I was just trying to put
unbroken.
And how Kamala claps, it's so creepy.
What? How's she?
As we gather here tonight,
Or
next chapter in the great American story, a story of progress and resilience. When world leaders ask me to define America, and they do, believe it or not, I say I can define it in one word, and I mean this: possibilities. We don't think anything is beyond our capacity. Everything is a possibility. You know, we're often told that Democrats and Republicans can't work together. But over the past 2 years, we've proved the cynics and naysayers wrong. Yes, we disagreed plenty. And yes,
I about spit my water out.
Alone. But time and again, Democrats and Republicans came together to defend a stronger and safer Europe. You came together to pass once in a generation infrastructure law, building bridges connecting our nation and our people. We came together to pass the most significant law
You're not
ever,
with us, you're against
helping
us.
victims exposed to toxic burn pits.
Genitals.
And in fact,
Ready to pass some genitals.
Notice how McCarthy's not clapping it. Oh, no, he's just clapping it.
it's important.
Look at the one military guy's like,
In
bitch,
fact,
Yeah.
I signed over 300 bipartisan pieces of legislation since becoming president. From reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act, the Electoral Count Reform Act,
Guns.
the Respect for Marriage Act that protects the right to marry the person you love. And to my Republican friends, if we could work together the last Congress, there's no reason we can't work together and find consensus on important things in this Congress as well.
Nope.
Yeah, because they're mostly Democrat.
I think
Yeah.
It's not really bipartisan. Half of your people are Democrat.
you all are as formed as I am, but I think the people sent us a clear message. Fighting for the sake of fighting, power for the sake of power, conflict for the sake of conflict gets us nowhere. That's always been my vision of our country, and I know it's many of yours. To restore the soul of this nation, to rebuild the backbone of America, America's middle class.
Where's your backbone,
and unite the
brother?
country. We've been sent here to finish the job, in my view.
Wonder if they're going to talk about the Build Back
Better.
Better.
Hollowed out in more than, and not no one
Saying to finish the
administration,
job,
but for
what
a
does that
long
mean?
time. Too many good-paying manufacturing jobs move overseas. Factories closed down.
Okay.
Once thriving cities and towns that many of you represent became shadows of what they used to be. Along the way, something else we lost: pride, our sense of self-worth. I ran for president to fundamentally change things, to make sure our economy works for everyone, so we
Well,
can
it's
all
not.
feel that
Newsflash.
pride in what we do. To build an economy from the bottom up and the middle out.
I hate that.
I thought you were
The
going
middle
somewhere
class
with
does
this,
well, the
dude.
poor have a
And then he
ladder up.
pulls one of those things that
Very
he's
well.
been saying for how
I thought you
long?
were going to say we're putting stuff back to America. Did you think that's where it was going with that, Judd?
No. I hate.
I was like,
You
can
know,
you
a
do
lot
one
of you
good
always
thing,
kid that
please?
We're always quoting my dad, but my dad used to say, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck. He really would say this.
When he says the
About a
word
lot more than a
Joey,
paycheck.
what
It's about
follows
your
that
dignity.
is a lie.
It's about
Just-
respect.
It's just letting you know.
It's about being
Yeah.
able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. Well, folks, so let's look at the results. We're not finished yet by any stretch of the imagination, but unemployment rate is at 3.4%,
God, he's so annoying.
a 50-year low.
Yeah, but inflation's at a
Near
50-year
record.
high. So make that make sense.
A near record unemployment.
Where's
Near
the
record
math?
unemployment
Show
for
us
black
the
and
links.
Hispanic workers.
Yeah.
We've already created, your help, 800,000 good-paying manufacturing jobs.
Oh, so many.
Fastest growth in 40 years.
You know how many Trump probably did in his presidency?
Where is it written?
Yeah.
And then 1,000, bitch,
Where is
please.
it written that America can't lead the world in manufacturing? And I don't know where that's written. For too many
Well, we
decades,
don't.
we imported projects and exported
Well, I could already
jobs.
tell you that Trump's economy
Now,
was
thanks
better
to
than
what you
Biden's.
all
I mean,
Yes.
heck,
exporting American
you know-
products
Yeah,
creating
and he didn't
American
need to say
jobs.
shit like this to prove it.
Folks,
yeah.
He just got it done.
inflation.
Look at Maxine Waters right there.
Inflation
Yeah.
has been a
Yeah.
global problem.
Clapping, she's
because
like-
the pandemic
Yeah.
disrupted our supply chains And Putin's
Was he going to say the way
unfair
the pandemic
and
effed over our
brutal
supply
war
chains?
in Ukraine
I don't even know anymore.
disrupted energy supplies as
energy.
well as food supplies.
Yeah,
blocking all that grain in Ukraine.
Okay, Porky Pig.
But we're better positioned than any country on earth right now. But we have more to do. But here at home, inflation is coming down. Here at home,
Not fast
gas
enough.
prices are down $1.50 from their peak. Food inflation is coming down. Not fast enough, but coming down. Inflation has fallen
go.
every month for the last 6 months.
That's the first good thing you've
While
said this whole
take-home
State of the
pay
Union,
has gone
Biden.
up. Additionally,
Just because he's
For the last
saying
2
that
years,
doesn't mean it's
Wait.
a
true.
record 10 million Americans applied to start new businesses. 10 million. And by the way, every time
Like Jared's saying, guys.
Every time someone
on.
starts a small business is an act of hope. And Madam Vice President, I want to thank you for leading that effort to ensure that small businesses have access to capital and the historic laws we enacted that are going to just come into being. Standing here last year, I shared with you a story of American genius and possibilities. Semiconductors, small computer chips the size of a fingerprint that power everything, from cell phones to automobiles and so
China
much
and
more.
stuff. Let's see.
These chips were invented in America. Let's get that straight. They were invented in America. We used to make 40% of the world's chips.
Bullshit. They were invented in Taiwan and we just bought them.
In the last several decades, we lost our edge. We're down to only producing
And look it
10%.
up.
We all saw what happened during the pandemic when
I mean, I
chip
do agree with.
Sure,
factories
they were
overseas.
planned in Silicon Valley
Today's
and
automobiles
designed,
make
but they were
3,000
made in Taiwan.
chips each of those
Yeah, and I
automobiles.
mean, I agree with Biden here when he's saying something about like with
Car prices went up,
manufacturing
people got
those
laid off.
semiconductor
Yes,
chips here
yes.
because
We know how to do
we
it.
need to avoid if we
Relying
do
on
go to
China.
war with China, we want to
You
be
know
able
what they
to
can
still.
do to us with the semiconductors and
Yeah, I mean, we're
no
not.
more,
Bipartisan Chips and
Hold on.
Science Act.
no
No
more,
more
new
of these-
iPhones
Yeah,
because they'll cut off Taiwan and be like, "Hey, you make crap for us now."
yeah. Or they were talking about possibly a barricade, basically like a
I know I've been
around the island.
saying this, but I'm not changing my view. We're going to make sure the supply chain for America begins in America. The supply chain begins in America.
Well, I hate to break it to you, no matter
But
what.
it hasn't
We've
been. It
already
hasn't been.
created.
I hate it's not Biden's fault, with the supply chain because we rely on other countries.
But it's really messed up right now.
800,000 new
Yeah.
manufacturing jobs without this law, before the law kicks in. With this new law, we're going to create hundreds of thousands of new jobs across the country. And I mean all across the country. Throughout, not just the coast, but through the middle of the country as well.
Somehow I
That's
don't
going
believe
to
you.
come from companies that have announced more
How
than
are you gonna put it into action,
$300
nobody?
billion
like,
in
You need
investment
to
in American
tell us how you're gonna
manufacturing
put it
over
into
the next
action,
2
though.
years.
Like, what's your plan?
Outside
What's
of
your
Columbus,
layout?
Ohio.
Right. I mean, we
Intel
don't have any
building
reason to
semiconductor
believe what he
factory.
says
Right.
because
1,000
everything that
acres.
spews out of his mouth is a lie.
Literally
Yes.
a field of dreams.
Either that or he doesn't
It's going to create
know what he's talking about to
10,000
begin
jobs,
with.
that
Yeah.
one investment.
Either a lie or
7,000
just
construction
stupidity.
jobs.
There we go.
Yeah.
3,000 jobs in those factories once they're finished. They call them factories. Jobs paying an average of $130,000 a year, and many do not
Well, a ton of
require
stuff
a college degree.
But I can talk over it.
Yeah.
If he has to keep talking about jobs every State of the Union, that gives you a glimpse into the issue.
Yeah.
Like, if you have to keep talking about it, that means it hasn't moved on yet.
And also, he's at
getting
least
worse.
acknowledging the problem
Right.
without.
But there's still a problem, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
There we go. Trump didn't even have to talk about it that much.
No. Well, actually, what he talked about was a lot of the success.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
that we're going to.
But we actually, the
but-
difference was we had success.
Yeah, he didn't need to say we're going to create
Yeah.
100,000.
No, it's like that's literally what we were doing.
Yeah.
Transform to the heartland. But to maintain the strongest economy in the world, we need the best infrastructure in the world.
I could do that when you want to push
Folks.
climate stuff.
Yeah.
As you all know,
And I'm sorry, but like,
we used to be #1 in the world in infrastructure. We've sunk to 13th in the world.
you know, I
The
love
United
how
States
he's.
of America, 13th in the world in infrastructure.
Uh-oh. Old man's getting angry.
But now we're coming back because we came together and passed the bipartisan infrastructure law, the largest investment in infrastructure since President Eisenhower's interstate highway system.
Dang, that's actually pretty big. But notice how he's not saying energy independence.
Folks,
Yep.
That's a Republican thing.
already
And it doesn't like
we've
it.
funded over 20,000
Oh, yeah.
projects,
Whoops.
You might say
including
it, but-
major airports from Boston to Atlanta to Portland. Projects that are going to
Okay,
put
that's great.
thousands of people to work rebuilding
great.
our highways, our bridges,
That's great.
our railroads, our tunnels, ports, airports, clean water, high-speed internet, all across America.
How are you going to provide the energy for it?
Urban, rural, tribal. And folks, we're just getting started. We're just getting started.
Don't be leaning into the mic creepily.
You didn't say energy, dude. How are you going to provide the
I mean
energy
this
for it?
sincerely.
That's my question, Jared.
I
How's
want
he
to
going to provide
thank my
energy for it?
Republican friends who voted for the law.
Well, it's not even that. It's just
My
like
Republican friends who voted against it as well.
No, but you're going to need energy for it.
But
Though.
I'm
it.
still-
Well,
And if it's going to
Well, yeah.
to rely on like wind and solar,
but
it ain't
also,
gonna work.
but also too, it's like you're spending all this money on roads and bridges and just like he said.
Right.
But what about the vehicles that
ah.
you use to drive on those
Yeah,
bridges
yeah,
and stuff? We're not going to be able to drive them.
This law will further unite all of America. Projects like Brent Spence Bridge in Kentucky over the Ohio River, built 60 years ago, badly needed repairs, one of the nation's most congested freight routes, carrying $2 billion worth of freight every single day across the Ohio River.
Jeez.
Tis the season.
To Interrupt Our podcast, yes.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Stupid ad.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I would block it off of here, but I don't even want to risk destroying the
Yeah.
live stream.
Who's here tonight? I don't know where Sarah is. Is she up in the box? I don't know. Sarah, how are you? Well, Sarah,
It's
for
your
30
tongue
years,
sticking out.
What kind of clap is that?
for 30 years,
Right
I
here.
learned, she told me she'd been a
on
proud
TV.
member of the Iron Workers Local 44, known as
you.
the Cowboys in the Sky.
Jesus. The Cowboys in the
Ah!
The Cowboys in the sky.
Built Cincinnati's skyline. Sarah said she can't wait to be 10 stories above the Ohio River building that new bridge. God bless her. That's
Okay.
pride.
I mean, it's about Ohio, though.
And that's
Yeah,
what
I
we're
mean,
also building. We're building
I'll,
Said,
Yeah, I
Pride.
love building bridges.
I'll drink to that.
We're also replacing poisonous lead pipes that go into 10
No, you're not, because the train is derailed.
400,000 school
Sorry.
and child care centers.
You don't know what's good for you.
That,
Every child
that's
in
not his
America.
fault.
Yeah.
Every child in America can drink the water instead of having permanent damage to their brain. Look,
Budget you
we're
don't
making
want.
sure.
There we go.
We're
You're gonna
making
pump
sure
them full of poison in other ways, though. Not
that
physical poison,
every
but
community, every
what I'm talking about,
community in
Jared.
America has
Yep.
access to affordable high-speed internet. No parent should have to drive
What?
by McDonald's
Really?
parking
Then why
lot
couldn't I watch The
just
Last
to
of Us
do their
episode 4
homework
last
online
night?
with their kids. Which many thousands
What was your
of
opinion on episode 3? I heard
when
bad
we
stuff
do these
about it.
projects,
it was good. Well,
and
something
again,
else
I
like
can
as he's
criticize
talking
this,
his
but I make no
nonsense.
excuses for it.
Yeah, just
If
because
you're
we
not, if you're fully
We're gonna buy
against, like, it's hard because it's a very, it's a conservative. As a conservative, I have to be like, okay, the lifestyle is one, but it was presented in a way that it's like it's actually really well presented.
But
and
I
it's
thought,
like
I mean, mind
it is
you-
about two gay people, yes,
but
but
they
it's
were
not
also,
like most other media where it's like it's cringy.
but they were
it's not
also.
cringy.
I heard someone point out that it was like there was literally no zombies in that episode.
No.
It was just
Well,
relationship
it's
stuff.
not. It's not that way in the game though either, Jared. The Last of Us is a human story. Zombies are in the background.
Yeah,
That's how
but
it's supposed to be.
but purely from an entertainment perspective, when
It's
you
not.
watch,
They're trying to remain faithful to the source material. They're not trying to be like, oh, entertainment, zombies everywhere. It's crafting a story, and you have to understand that going in. You have to understand that okay, we're crafting a human story here. It's a story about loss. It's a story about.
also another point too, like if you're just gonna have
And
a
plus,
whole,
plus it's only one episode. Out of how many? Like, and it was only 30 minutes of that episode, mind you. Out of 50 minutes.
also another thing too is like if they're two gay couples or one gay couple,
I mean,
rather.
it's not Velma. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I mean, spoilers, guys, in case you watch it before I say this. Spoilers, they end up committing suicide.
Oh yeah.
by taking pills, basically, and wine and stuff because they're getting old. And it's basically, it kind of reminded me of one of my family members, actually. Funnily enough, it was very emotional.
Interesting.
So
I mean, I'll never watch that series to begin with, but I just want to get your take on it because I was hearing a lot of people.
It's good. Shitting
on
it does support a lifestyle that I would say
you don't agree with.
right, but it's not in a way that's like. How do I explain it? It's not in a way that is purely political, if that makes sense. It's not just to be like, hey, this is a thing, like flags everywhere and freaking,
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay.
I mean, yes, it's views that people don't agree with, but that should be allowed. That's like you're writing a story. It's not
Right. Yeah.
like you're not, I mean, people would be mad at us if we made a like people were shitting on A Quiet Place. Remember when that came out, talking about how it was a conservative family. They were fully against abortion.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. So it's on both sides of what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're
They
not always
shit on every story. Like every story gets shit on.
Yeah. We also got to look at it from the broader picture too. It's an attack on the institution of marriage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It costs
It
the
is.
drug companies roughly $10 a vial to make that insulin. Packaging and all, you may get.
Sorry, I'm just gonna move something around here.
But hey,
Big
I just
Pharma
like the game, so maybe that's just my bias. But like,
I mean, and that's fine if you're.
and I will be the first to admit that.
Yeah, I mean,
profits.
but also
I love The
it's
Last of Us. I
Not
love the
anymore.
game. The series is amazing to me,
Not
and I love
anymore.
seeing that's something I've played for 10 years come to life in such a
yeah.
amazing way.
You just kind of hope too that they don't.
F it up, absolutely.
Well, also and wasting, in my opinion, wasting time telling a gay romance in a zombie.
That's why I'm not watching
movie.
season 2.
Why? Because you think
That's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
get, it's gonna get to that point.
Well, that's what the game part 2 is, and it basically they effed up part 2. I'm so mad that they did. First of all, they killed Joel within the first 30 minutes of the game.
Cost of insulin at $35
Like what?
for seniors on Medicare.
Like you don't kill one of the main characters, my guy.
People are just finding out.
Yeah, and they all
I'm sure you're getting the same calls I'm getting.
and basically the whole
There are millions
rest of the
other
game
Americans
has Ellie in a relationship
who
with this
not-
other
are not
girl.
on Medicare,
And then her
including
going on a revenge story. It's
200,000
literally every single story we've heard
Type 1
before.
diabetes need these insulin-
They
need
took
this
a
insulin to
masterpiece
stay
and they
alive.
shit on it.
Let's finish the job this time. Let's cap the cost of
why?
insulin for everybody at $35.
It went from a father and daughter relationship to a gay couple in a revenge story. Like, what? Like,
So
how'd you F up something so beautiful?
were these part 2? That was a separate game.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Very well, I promise you. I promise you, they're going to do very well.
All right, I guess let's listen to a little bit of this just to see what he has to say.
Yep. And won't even go into effect.
Nothing really important, but we're
2025.
listening anyways.
Costs, out-of-pocket drug costs for seniors
It's a
on
very
Medicare
realistic apocalypse,
at
so I
a
will say that.
maximum of
I can see it happening.
$2,000 a year. You don't have to pay more than $2,000
Scary.
no matter how much your drug costs are. Because you know why?
There's a
You
reason
all
why it's the
know
highest rated show in IMDb. though.
Many of you, like many in my family, have cancer. You know the drugs can range from $10, $11, $14, $15,000 for the cancer drugs. If drug prices rise faster than inflation, drug companies are going to have to pay Medicare back the difference. We're finally.
Sorry to go on that small rant, guys. I had something to say.
Well, yeah,
Medicare
I've been meaning to
for
ask you about
Yeah.
that because I knew that you were obsessed with
Bringing
that
down
game.
show in the show, yeah.
Bringing down prescription
Ellie-
drug costs doesn't just save
The
seniors
likeness of
money.
Ellie, that's what they got for her.
Cuts the
She
federal
killed it, by the
deficit
way. She killed
by
it.
billions of
She's
dollars.
so funny. She's so
by
funny.
hundreds of billions of
Dude.
dollars. Because these
So
prescription
funny.
drugs
Also,
are drugs
Pedro Pascal,
purchased by
fictional dad of the
Medicare
year.
to
You gotta say that.
keep their
Say what?
commitment to the
Pedro
seniors.
Pascal, the guy that played
guess
Mandalorian
what?
and Joel.
Instead of
He's a
paying
fictional
$400
dad of the year.
$500 a month, you're paying $50.
Yeah.
That's a lot of savings for the federal government. And by
That's a
the
lot
way,
of I'm leaning
would
into
we
the
want
mic now.
Yeah, I'm
Now
going to be
some
as
members
creepy
here
as
threatening-
possible.
And I know it's not an official party position, so I'm not going to exaggerate. But threatening to repeal the Inflation Reduction Act.
Scary.
As my coach, that's okay. That's fair. As my football coach used to say, lots of luck in your senior year.
Somehow I believe he has never played football.
Make no mistake. If you try anything to
Because he doesn't remember things past this morning when he had oatmeal.
Look,
His head movement. Oh,
I'm pleased to say
The way
more
people clap.
Americans have health insurance now.
Health insurance.
A record 16 million people are enrolled in the Affordable Care Act. And thanks to the law I signed
at least he's not
last
getting
year,
bored.
Thanks to the line.
At least he's not getting bored, though,
millions
Jared.
are saving $800 a year on their
He hasn't
premiums.
fallen asleep yet,
By the
so
way,
they probably
law was written
injected him with all sorts of
Adrenaline,
drugs.
yes.
2025. So my plea to some of you, at least in this audience, let's finish the job and make these savings permanent.
Let's finish the job
Expand
and
coverage
make these
of
things
Medicaid.
permanent. It's impossible.
It's like pooping. Jared.
It's gonna be a great State of the
Look,
Union if I was
Inflation
president.
Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change.
Oh, here we
Ever.
go. Here we go. Let's listen to this, Jared.
Oh
Lower
boy.
utility bills.
And I have something to
Creating
say about
American
this.
jobs.
Okay. When it's done,
Leading
I have
the
something
world.
to say, okay?
Introducing
Okay.
Astropro.
Actually, right now. Actually, hold on. It's only a few second ad. I'll approach this from a different perspective in a second.
From Arizona to Mexico to all
I
the
might
way
have
up
told
to
you
the
my perspective.
Canadian
If I haven't,
border.
I'll say it after. But
Yeah,
More
yeah.
timber has been burned that I've observed from helicopters
Where's the rubber?
than the entire state of Missouri. And we don't have global warming? Not a problem. In addition
Right.
to emergency recovery, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Idaho, we're rebuilding for the long term. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires. Roads and water systems withstand the next big flood. Clean energy to cut
California,
pollution,
we're
create
looking at
jobs in
you.
communities
Right.
often left behind. We're going to build 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations installed across
I
the
have a lot to
country
say about
by
this, Jared,
tens
if you'll
of
let
thousands
me
of
when this is
IBEW
done.
workers.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
And
Hold on,
This is
let's
done, yeah.
let him
helping
finish his
families
thought.
save more than $1,000 a year with tax credits to purchase electric vehicles and efficient appliances, energy efficient appliances. Historic conservation efforts to be responsible stewards of our land. Let's face reality. The climate crisis doesn't care if you're in a red or blue state. It's an existential threat. We have an obligation, not to ourselves, but to our children and grandchildren to confront it. I'm proud of how America at last is stepping up to the challenge. We're still going to need oil and gas for a while. But guess what? No, we do.
No, we really do.
But there's
Not
so
lying.
much more to do.
I love how we're blocking
finish the
Kamala
job.
Harris on the screen.
Right?
We pay for these investments in our future. by
We are
finally making
we are
wealthiest and biggest
the vice president.
Yes.
to pay their fair share. Just began.
Now I'm gonna pretend I'm Kamala.
Look, I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist, but pay your fair share. I think a lot of you at home.
You are a communist,
a lot
my
of you at
guy.
home agree with me and many people that you know. The tax system is not fair.
Okay.
It is not
Sorry about
fair.
taxes. Okay, you can still have taxes. So, I agree with what he says, but my thing is, how are you going to do it?
Right.
That's my question. So, my thing is this, Jared, right?
Yeah.
I do agree with him. This is my hot take, I guess.
Yeah.
The climate crisis, in my mind, is an existential threat. It's probably one of the greatest existential threats we've ever faced, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The caps are melting. Global temperatures are rising. And weather is getting more extreme. There is evidence for this. 95% of the scientific community actually has come to a consensus that the climate problem is a thing, and it is human caused. But, unlike Biden, there's nothing we can do to fix it. You're not just going to change a whole system because, you know, what, you want people to just stop using cars?
Yeah.
I want people to stop using the same people in Hollywood that are protesting climate change are the same ones getting on planes that are spraying fumes in the sky to get to their events to talk about climate change.
Well, yeah, like John Kerry,
Right.
who's the climate
Right.
envoy. He's always
Right.
going, flying on a private jet
Right.
to other countries, preaching about
So
climate
I'm
change.
a realist about it, though. I know that that's a problem, but can we really fix it? No. What I think is going to happen, I think is it's going to be a slow decline into chaos
But then,
as the world gets more and more.
well, also, dude,
So we have to prepare for that. I think we have to prepare more for societal. Stop trying to change the energy and prepare for what will happen when the water starts to run low. Get more police so that they can deal with the riots once that starts. Because that's going to result in chaos. Once the water starts getting low and once the climate does start getting warmer, it is going to result in food shortages.
well,
We've got to focus on the security aspect of that, not so much the...
well, let me play the devil's advocate here.
Yeah. Because the science is not one, Jared. And I don't know if we disagree on that, but I, for one, believe that the science is not one on that. The planet is warming up. And it is going to result in massive food shortages and, like, a lot of problems. Now, I don't know. I don't have the first idea of how you can solve that. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a...
Well, I also have to remember, too, that human beings are very good at adapting to environments.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Now, I don't think...
Or evolve,
I
if you want to use that term, if you want to use that, whatever.
I
but-
saw some maps that were showing that, like, after, 50 years from now, parts of the South is all going to be flooded and stuff.
Right.
I don't believe that. I honestly don't until I see it.
I think it'll be the opposite. There's going to be droughts, I feel.
So
it's going to get drier, not wetter.
I don't
feel.
understand what you're talking about, because you were saying that the science doesn't lie, but then the science is also saying that, if you're going by what the science is saying, that water levels are rising and they're going to basically cover the whole entire South with water. And you're saying a drought. How is that?
Because just follow what does heat do, right? It takes away water. If it gets hot enough, it starts sucking up water.
But
So
there's
it's not going to result in... Yeah, they'll want.
But if the icebergs are melting, where do you think the water's going? It's going into the ocean. It's part of the
but that's eventually probably
liquid
going to
water.
dry up too within a century.
Aiden,
as it gets hotter and hotter.
But Aiden, water doesn't just disappear. There's a whole ecosystem.
Tell that to California.
Dude,
Jared,
California's been like that. California's been like that for hundreds of years.
And it's going to get worse.
Aiden, it's not any worse than it was 50 years ago in the
Bro,
heat
we've never
there.
had fires this big.
Aiden,
We've never had fires this big, dude.
Aiden, with more... They've always had heat and drought in California. They talk about it every single time. They're like, it's global warming.
Yes, and it's
global
getting
warming.
bigger, too, and more destructive. It's getting bigger, more destructive. There's more extreme
Well,
weather.
how do you explain all the flooding over in California over the past month, where there was extreme flooding instead of drying
That's just
out?
extreme weather. I don't know what that is. That's just extreme weather.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that, okay.
All right,
that was that. Okay, that's that. Like I said, I'm not a scientist. I can't explain all of it. What I do know is that there was something wrong with the Earth, and there are little things that we could do to fix it. But I don't think I think you and me can agree on the fact that we can't change our whole energy system to try to solve something that I think is going to happen anyway. Now, do I know exactly how it's going to happen? No. I mean, might the water flood the whole world? I don't know. I don't know if...
Well, the other part...
Something is going to happen, though.
But then you also have to remember that the climate does change on its own.
Yes, absolutely.
And it does...
Even the magnetic pole does.
Back in the 70s, dude, I don't know if you knew about this, but back in the 70s, they believed the Earth was going to go through another ice age.
Yeah.
It was literally on the news. They were saying...
What is science? Science is discovering new things and changing what you thought you knew.
Meaning it's not sedentary.
Right,
it's
right,
not going
right,
to stay in one place.
Exactly.
So what you're saying now
Might not be
isn't
true
necessarily
tomorrow,
true. They might be like,
tomorrow.
oh, well, we're going into a
Yeah.
global cooling.
Yep.
Or you could even look at it from, whatever it is, it's God's plan.
Yes, absolutely.
He's going to do whatever he wants. It's out of our control.
Right.
So like the flooding out in California.
That was just a freak thing. That was a
I
freak
don't know.
accident,
That could have been like a sign from God saying like,
dude, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
don't go down that road, though. Don't say that God's bringing a flood onto people and he's like, I don't think that he would do that, but
well, he's done shown people lessons in the past.
Yeah, in the Old Testament before Jesus came. That's a
Well,
whole other talk for that.
But you don't think he tests people nowadays? He tests us every single day.
He allows trials to come to us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he tests us. He allows trials to come to us.
What do you mean he doesn't test us?
That's not the same as him allowing a trial to come to us. Is it the same as God actually making a trial happen and say,
well, yeah, he's allowing it to happen in order
he's
for
allowing Satan to do something.
But he's also
so that way we rely on him. He's not.
But it's also a test to see whether you are, going to, still worship the Lord even after certain things happening.
Rely on him. It's me, Jared. What I've tended to do is in my walk at least, probably because of all the mental issues that my family has and all the shit that we've been through, we have to constantly rely on God. Like it's like a constant laying on.
Well, that's how it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I have a different perspective on that than you do, but it's like I don't.
I think we're just having a very small disagreement here, and it's just with
maybe it's even linguistic, so on. Maybe it's even the word I just want.
Yeah,
I'm even misinterpreting how you.
All I'm saying is that God, if you read through the Bible, there's times where God will test your faith.
Yes.
To see the Book of Job, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that whole story too.
Keep in mind that Job never got the answer why he suffered. Keep that in mind, though. He never got the answer of why he suffered.
Well, you don't need to have an answer. There doesn't need to be an answer as to why you suffered. You can guess.
Yeah.
You can say, it's probably because of this, or that's why I'm saying
God's very well. I'll preface this, and you are probably going to agree with this. I hope you do.
Okay.
It's very hard to understand a God who was 100% purely just, but also 100% purely loving.
Yeah.
Do we agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
knowing that, it's very hard to draw the line. Like, does God... Okay, here's a question. He may test us, but does he enjoy it? I don't think so. Maybe that's the better question. I don't think he enjoys putting us through trials.
But he also he wants us to succeed in the test.
Yeah.
He doesn't want us to fail. That's not the point.
Right.
I mean, I would think it would be a disappointment that if we don't, pass the follow through on it.
And depend on him. Yes, absolutely.
That's kind of why I was saying with the whole thing out in California.
Yeah.
With the flooding and stuff.
Right.
This water kind of came out of nowhere. Because it was like, they were complaining about not having enough water at all, and then all of a sudden this is just dropped on them. But
he's like, you want water? Okay.
And also, but I think it's deeper than that. I think it's...
No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it has to do with just how messed up California is on a political level, and what they do to their youth.
Yeah.
And this is with the referring to the trans
that's gotta be deeper than political too. Let's say that, please.
But talking
let's not bring God into him being on either Republican or liberal side. No, this is a battle for the soul.
Well,
these people are forcing children to abandon God.
Yeah.
And accept all these ideologies that are not even...
No, I'm not saying God's I'm a Republican.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is what you just said, is that there's greater evil.
Yes. Yep,
to,
absolutely.
As
we were going to talk about later, we didn't get the time to, but the Grammys.
Yeah. And, we can talk a little bit about it in this stream as well before we go. But we still got time.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that the, you can at least admit that things on the other side of the aisle are just pure evil.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what I think God is going after.
Transgenderism into the kids. Why would you even attempt that?
Yeah.
People that are 4 years old. What?
Yeah.
That's true. But what I have to do for me, Jared, I have to be very. I actually had to talk about this last night with my family, funnily enough.
Okay.
I have to keep it very. I have to keep myself chained. You know what that means? As a Christian, I feel like I have to keep myself chained.
What do you mean?
Meaning, I really have to keep in mind that I have to stay. And I'm not saying that anyone here isn't. I'm not even saying that. I'm purely speaking for me here, okay? So don't. I'm not attacking you. I'm not attacking anyone. For me, I have to keep myself humble. I have to look at myself in the mirror every day and remind myself, listen, I'm a wretch. I'm a sinner. I'm a wretch. Why do I even think I have the capability to judge people out in California, or judge people in Ohio, or judge people in Washington, when I am such a wretch that God had to die on a cross for me?
Yeah.
To avoid my to cure my sinfulness. Like, that's why I'm saying you gotta approach topics like this very carefully, because it's like, I don't even have my own sin solved.
Yeah.
How am I gonna talk about other people's sin when I don't even have my own solved? Like, but yes, I do think that, and I was telling my family this last night too, I am of the belief that we are becoming less and less Christian as a nation, and it's like, you can blatantly see it. A couple nights ago proved it with pop culture, and I told Dan, listen, yes, we have to go out and be missionaries. We have to teach these people about Jesus. We have to spread the gospel. Yes, that is the most important thing. But
we also have to fight for the country
yes,
we love as well.
Not only that, but these artists, they all influence us. They influence the culture. Meaning that Isla, my niece, and the people and her kids will be influenced by these people.
Yep. Well, you got to remember too, it's not just a culture. Well, it's not just a religious war, but a culture war is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Because this is something that not only just affects people that are religious, but affects people that are just want their kids to be
in a good world.
In a good world. I mean, and you don't have to be a religious, devout Christian to realize that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that a lot of Americans like you, me, you know, people like other conservatives that aren't necessarily, or not even conservatives in general, could be libs, you know, that just want to see the best
of this country, yes.
And they don't agree with those dangerous gender ideologies and different things like that.
Even some liberals are saying that this stuff is dangerous.
Yeah.
These plans are fully paid for, and we can afford to do them. Restoring the dignity of work means making education an affordable ticket to the middle class.
That's what Victor's going to say for a second.
Oh, boy.
When we made public education, 12 years of it universal in the last century.
Sorry, guys, that was a point to talk about. We had a good discussion there.
The best educated, best paid nation in the world. But the rest of the world's caught up. It's caught up.
Yeah, because of you.
Jill, my wife, who teaches full time, has an expression. I hope I get it right, kid. Any nation that out-educates us is going to out-compete us. Any nation that out-educates is going to out-compete us. Folks,
China.
We all know 12 years of education is not enough to win the economic competition of the 21st century.
You just admitted you wanted to be
We want to have the
communist.
best educated workforce. Let's finish the job.
Let's make us like China, where they have to work constantly and never get downtime. Yeah, that sounds great,
Studies
Biden.
show that children who go to preschool are nearly 50% more likely to finish high school and go on to earn a 2- or 4-year degree, no matter their background they came from. Let's give public school teachers a raise.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that because they'd have incentive to stay. And they might actually take pride in making their schools look better, but...
By reducing student debt, increasing Pell
No,
Grants
don't even talk about student debt.
working in middle-class families.
Ugh, don't
Free
even get me
college.
started.
And connect students to career opportunities starting in high school. Provide access to
We're
2 years of
doing
community
that.
college.
Career Tech.
The best career training in America, in addition to being a pathway to a 4-year degree. Let's offer every American a path to a good career, whether they go to college or not. And folks, in the midst of the COVID crisis, when schools were closed
You can't let it go, can you?
and we were shutting down everything.
He got like really.
Let's recognize how far we came in the fight against the pandemic itself. While the virus is not gone,
You still on about
thanks
this?
to the resilience of the American
Oh,
people
jeez.
and the
Still on about
ingenuity
this,
of
dude?
medicine,
Seriously?
I guess.
we've broken the COVID grip on us.
So what
COVID
do you-
deaths are down by 90%.
Should have bought your mask.
We've saved millions of lives and opened up our country. We opened our country back up, and soon we'll end the public health emergency. But
What did they say?
He's
that's
amazing.
called a public health emergency.
It's not amazing. He's
But we'll
destroyed our
remember
country.
the
What are you
toll and
talking
pain
about?
That's
Yeah.
never going to go away. More than 1 million Americans lost their lives to COVID. 1 million.
Under your administration,
Families grieving.
idiot.
Children were orphaned. Empty
mean, am I
chairs at the
one?
dining room table
More
constantly
under
reminding you
Biden than Trump.
Yes.
that she used to sit
And
there.
Trump had the COVID pandemic in the first
Remember
year,
that.
so
We
and you think
remain
that would have been
vigilant.
the worst.
No,
We
but he's the
still
one that
need
got
to
Operation
monitor
Warp Speed
dozens of
going.
variants and
And bunch of
new
credit for it.
vaccines and treatments. So Congress needs to fund these efforts and keep America safe. And as we emerge,
How about you
from this
worry about
crisis,
the riots in the cities?
I mean,
stronger,
but kind of
We're
going
also
off
gotta
the
double
vaccine
down
thing,
on
like you just
prosecuting
mentioned,
criminals
it's
who stole relief money meant to keep workers and small businesses.
you know it.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's weird, like because at first we're all celebrating that Trump got the COVID vaccine out to the public and
That was
such
Operation Warp
speed.
Speed, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but now a lot of Americans, especially us on the right, but I mean everyone is realizing that the vaccine is not what it was hyped up to be.
Yeah.
That there's
It's
a
also
lot.
causing detriments too.
Yeah, there's a lot of risks to the vaccine itself, and it's not technically a vaccine. It's it's a jab.
Yeah.
Is what they're calling it
Yeah, you got
because
multiple of them too.
because
It's
when
not
you
like the flu vaccine.
because technically a vaccine is like once you get the vaccine, you're
You're
not going
good,
to
yeah.
get the virus.
On these crimes and crack down on identity fraud by criminal syndicates stealing billions of dollars from the American people.
How do you go from vaccines to identity fraud?
And the data
I don't know.
shows
He's jumping around.
that for every dollar we put into fighting fraud, the taxpayers get back at least 10 times as
I mean,
much.
if that's the worst thing he's doing, though,
Matters.
that's kind of,
matters. Look.
admirable.
COVID left its scars, like the spike in violent crime in 2020. The first year of the
No,
pandemic.
it didn't.
We have an obligation to make sure all people are safe. Public safety depends on public trust, as all of us know. But too often that trust is violated. Joining us tonight are the parents of
Oh, boy.
Tyree Nichols. Welcome.
Let's see what he says about the cops
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We had to bury Tyree
Turn
last
up a little
week.
bit.
As many of you personally know,
Please don't mess
there's
this
no words to describe the heartache or grief of losing a child. But imagine if you lost that child at the hands of the law. Imagine having to worry whether your son or daughter came home from walking down the street, or playing in the park, or just driving a car. Most of us in here have never had to have the talk that brown and black parents have had to have with their children.
Oh, okay.
Bo, Hunter, Ashley, my children. I never had to have the talk with them. I never had to tell them if a police officer pulls you over, turn your interior lights on right away. Don't reach for your license. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Imagine having to worry like that every single time.
Everyone
Kids got in
should
a car.
follow those rules, not just black or brown
Here's
people.
what Tyree's mother shared with me when I spoke
Just
to
a
her.
word of advice.
Right.
When I asked her how she finds the courage to carry on and speak out. With the faith of God, she said her son was, quote, a beautiful soul, and something good will come of this. Imagine how much courage and character that takes. It's up to us, to all of us. We all want the same thing. Neighborhoods free of violence. Law enforcement who earns the community's trust. Just as every cop, when they pin on that badge in the morning, has a right to be able to go home at night, so does everybody else out there. Our children have a right to come home safely. Equal protection under the law is a covenant we have with each other in America.
And didn't talk
We
about
know
racism.
Police officers put their lives on the line every single night and day. And we know we ask them in many cases to do too much to be counselors, social workers, psychologists, responding to drug overdoses, mental health crises, and so much more.
Suicide
In one
saves.
sense, we ask much too much of them. I know most cops and their families are good, decent, honorable people, the vast majority.
Thank you for saying that, Biden. Yes.
Finally admitting that.
Actually, I'm going to clap for that, because that, yes. Been the best thing they said all
And
night.
they risk their lives every time they put that shield on.
Yes.
But what happened to Tyree in Memphis happens too often. We have to do better. Give law enforcement the real training they need. Hold them to higher standards.
Yes.
Help them succeed in keeping us safe. We also need more first responders and professionals to address the growing mental health, substance abuse challenges.
Now you're talking, Biden.
More resources to reduce violent crime and gun crime. More community intervention programs.
Gun crime, okay. Violent
More
crime, yes.
investment in housing,
He's on a good
education,
roll right
job
now.
training. All this can help prevent violence in the first place.
Yes.
When police officers or police departments violate the public trust, they must be held accountable.
Yes.
With the support.
Wow.
With the support.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Of the families of victims.
He handled that relatively well.
Yes, he did.
I signed an executive order for all federal officers, banning chokeholds, restricting no-knock warrants, and other key elements of the George Floyd Act. Let's commit ourselves to make the words of Tyler's mom true. Something good must come from
Wait,
this.
isn't this Tyree?
Something good.
Not Tyler.
And all
Oh, dude. You screwed up the family.
Oh, you at the very end,
All of us.
Biden.
Oof. Again, you stepped on a rake.
No, but seriously, let's dissect what he said there for a little bit. Well said, first of all. I agree with 99% of what he said. The
Well,
gun thing,
Yeah,
we can
but
have a
that's
discussion
just
about
that's
that,
a
but
classic
yeah, it's a
Democratic
classic
talking
Democratic
point.
thing.
Yep.
everything else, so that pretty well said, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Really, they do need better mental health screening. They do need better training.
Yeah.
What have I said before? Me. I've said jujitsu. What have I said before? Okay, the chokehold thing would be under that, so I don't necessarily agree with that. But better training. They do. They really do need better training.
Yeah.
And I like how he didn't bring the race into it. I like how he didn't bring racism into it. Because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was gang violence, basically, is what it was.
Yep. Didn't they apparently know the guy?
Yeah.
Like the
Well,
officers?
there was a rumor going around that he had slept with one of the officers, girlfriends, wives, whatever.
Do we know exactly what was?
I don't.
Okay.
So I'm not going to speak to it because I don't know about it. But
A 26-year-old hero. Brandon put his college dreams on hold to be at his mom's side. His mom's side when she was dying from cancer. And Brandon,
I'm confused.
I'm about cancer, I guess.
Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with anything?
Brandon
I know,
now
we
works
still got a
in
little
dance
bit of time,
studio
right?
started by his grandparents. And 2 weeks ago, during the Lunar New Year celebrations, he heard the studio door close. And he saw a man standing there pointing a semi-automatic pistol at him. He thought he was going to die, but he thought about the people inside. And in that instant, he found the courage to act and wrestled a semi-automatic pistol away from the gunman who had already killed 11 people in another dance studio. 11. He saved lives. It's time we do the same. Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now.
Dude, that's not going to do
Once and
anything.
for all.
And it's so
Hey, guys.
I led the fight to do that in 1994.
And also,
This is a gun company, guys. Optic company. That's why I wore this tonight, because I knew he would say some crap like this.
well, yeah, we knew he was going to bring something up
and-
about guns
anyway.
and or police officers.
The police officer was good, and then he had to fall off the deep end with the guns.
Yeah, well, and the thing is,
Oh, it makes me so mad, especially now.
what have we said time and time again that, you know, what is it? What constitutes an assault weapon?
Yeah.
Because any weapon can
It's a
be
gun!
Arresting 8,000 human smugglers. Seizing over 20.
Sorry.
it's just it's so
Guns are
true.
designed to do what, you idiot? You're not gonna maim a bear. You're gonna kill it.
What have I know
Good
this.
Lord.
I know
Like-
this has got kind of cliche at this
Oh
point,
my
but
goodness.
like, you know, guns don't kill people. People kill.
Yes.
People. You know, you can't.
You want to get mad, Biden? I'll get mad.
Because
You want to get mad? I'll scream.
if someone wants to kill someone else and they don't have access to a gun,
Look at the UK.
They're gonna find another way to kill that person, whether that be via a knife.
Look at Australia
it
and
could
the
be
UK.
it could be a board across
Yes.
the head.
Yes.
You know,
You can beat them to death with their fists.
fists, chairs. You know,
WWE this crap.
yeah, yeah, it could be a like a
chairs?
WWE thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy.
Congress must restore the right that was taken away in Roe v. Wade and protect
Oh,
Roe v.
boy.
Wade.
I tuned in at the wrong time.
No, turn it up. I want to
Give
hear.
every woman a consular right. The Vice President and I are doing everything to protect access to reproductive health care and safeguard patient safety. Well, already
you're gonna
more
have to
than
keep
a
me under
dozen
control.
states
I'm
are
gonna
enforcing
fucking lose
extreme
it.
abortion bans. Make no mistake about it. If Congress passes a ban, I will veto it. But let's also pass the Bipartisan Equality Act to ensure LGBTQ
LGBT.
Americans
I don't
and
care.
sexually
Okay,
transgender young
whatever.
people can live
Gay
with
rights,
safety
okay.
and dignity. Our strength,
my gosh.
Oh boy.
Turn that down
our
for a second,
strength
too.
is
Can I
not
please
just
talk?
the example of
Yeah.
our power.
How many times do I have to go over this? This is not reproductive rights. This is another human being inside of you. My goodness. How hard is this to understand? Guys,
They don't understand.
this is murder. How are you going to pass a law that, like, is okay with murder? No, that's not right. Guys. Joe, what do you got to say on this?
well,
I do not condone killing babies. No. Stop it. You stop it.
you know, an easy way to.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm sorry getting so mad. No, not many years just get me that fired up, but
Yeah.
abortion is one of those ones that, no, I would not agree with them on anything for that. Because at that point, that is not just your life. That is someone else's life that you are taking.
Yep. It's not, you know, reproductive rights. That is a living being. Because
That is murder.
what they're trying to do is they're trying to say it's my body, my choice. Well, that's not part of your body anymore. That's a different being that's growing inside of you. And once, you know,
I'm thinking of my niece right now. That's why I got so mad.
yeah.
No. You do not get to murder another human being because he made bad life choices.
Yeah.
That's not your call.
Yeah, you made the choice to, you know, to make that.
Sleep around and
Yeah.
whatever. And if it's rape and incest, then put him up for adoption. Ooh, my face is red. I'm thinking I'm sweating a little bit.
Hey, that's all right. Get passionate about it, dude. Let's see what he's saying here.
Before I came to office, the story was about how the People's Republic of China was increasing its power, and America was failing in the world. Not anymore.
No, look it out,
I made
Uncle
clear
Joey.
in my personal conversations, which have been many, with President Xi, that we seek competition, not conflict. But I will make no apologies that we're investing and to make America stronger.
You know, Joe,
Oh.
that's one of the things.
I thought he was
well,
about to say making America great. I'm like, oh, you're going to be
to
saying that
finish
Trump
off the
line.
bullshit thing really quick.
Investing
Yeah.
in our lives.
Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna put the nail in the coffin here. That is one of the things I'm gonna talk to my future wife about, and we were gonna have to agree on that because that's one of my issues that I agree with strongly. I'm not agree with. I mean that I feel strongly about.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, I'm sorry if you're not of the same. I mean, we can have talks about what like rape, incest, but if you agree with the killing of another human being, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to either discuss it or we have to marry someone else because that's not right. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
American interest and benefit the world, but make no mistake about it. As we made clear last week, if China threatens our sovereignty, we will act to protect our country, and we did.
Oh, we shot down a balloon after it traversed the whole entire continental United
Past
States.
the 7 states.
Let's be clear.
That Bernie Sanders.
Winning the competition should
I
unite
think I saw
all.
him back there.
We face serious
old hack.
challenges across the world.
Yeah.
But in the past 2 years, democracies have become stronger, not weaker. Autocracies have grown weaker, not stronger. Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping. Name me one. Name me one.
Why is he so mad right now?
America's rallying the world to meet those challenges, from climate to global health, to food insecurity, to terrorism, to territorial
Gets to be like a grumpy old man.
Allies are stepping up.
I think he's trying to match my energy from earlier.
Look,
You didn't do
bridges
it, buddy.
are forming between partners in the
Nice
Pacific,
try.
those in the Atlantic,
Nope.
and those who bet against
Nope.
America are learning.
Stop, I blew your drums
how
out
wrong they
earlier,
are.
Jared.
It's
No,
never
you didn't.
ever been a good bet to bet against America. Never.
Oh, I agree
I do.
with that.
I do like that.
I
I
agree with
like
that
that.
statement.
I like that a lot.
I agree with that statement right there.
I'll drink to that. Hold on. I'll drink to that.
Drink his Java chip frappuccino.
Well,
Okay.
when I came to office, most assured that bipartisanship assumed was impossible, but never believed it. That's why a year ago I offered a unity agenda to the nation as I stood here.
Huh?
We made real progress together. We passed a law making it easy for doctors to prescribe effective treatments for opioid addiction. We passed the gun safety law, making historic investments in mental health. We launched the ARPA-H drive for breakthrough in the fights against cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes, and so much
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
more. We passed the Heath Robinson Pact Act, named after the late Iraq War veteran whose story about exposure to toxic burn kits I shared here last year.
Is that like the whole camp, whatever thing?
Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that was awful that happened, by the way.
Yeah.
I understand something about those burn pits, but there's so much more to do. We can do it together. Joining us tonight,
You do it
named
now.
Doug from Newton, New Hampshire. He wrote Jill, my wife, a letter, and me as well, about his courageous daughter, Courtney. A contagious laugh, his sister's best friend, her sister's best friend. He shared a story all too familiar to millions of Americans and many of you in the audience. Courtney discovered pills in high school. It spiraled into addiction and eventually death from a fentanyl overdose. She was just 20 years old.
And now we're getting somewhere.
Describing the last 8 years without her, Doug said, "There's no worse pain."
Amen.
I got something to
Since
say
her
about
family
this
has turned
fentanyl
pain to
thing.
purpose, working to end the stigma
And I think I know what you'll
and
think.
change laws. He told us he wants to start a journey toward American recovery. Doug, we're with you. Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a year.
I agree with that. Yes.
Border, yes. See, they're saying it right now.
You got it.
It's your fault. Oh! Did you hear that? Oh!
So let's launch a major surge to stop fentanyl production.
That's
in
where I was
Seattle
gonna go with this.
With more drug detection machines. And
Whoa!
It's your fault.
That was why the Republican that said that.
Oh yeah, I want to know who's
Yes. Oh man, that
Working
probably
with
laugh his
courage
butt off
like
at that.
FedEx
Yeah.
To inspect more packages for drugs.
Look at that lady yawning.
Strong government crack down on fentanyl
She's
trafficking.
falling asleep back there.
Second, let's do more on mental health, especially for our children. when millions of young people are struggling
Biden had to
with bullying,
stop. Did you
violence,
see that?
trauma,
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like
they're like-
staring at
better
it.
access
Yeah,
to
that's-
mental
he was
health care at
stunned.
schools.
I think he was trying to figure out if
We must
if he should
finally hold
respond to it or
social
not.
media companies accountable for experimenting and
Don't
doing
engage.
running children for
Right.
profit. There's time to pass bipartisan legislation to stop big tech from collecting
It's your
personal data
fault.
on our kids.
I freaking love that. I'm glad we got that on the air.
Ban targeted advertising to children.
Oh, that was great.
And impose stricter limits on the personal data that companies collect on all of us. Third, let's do more to keep this nation's one truly sacred obligation to equip those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families when they come home.
We're gonna have to wrap up
Job
here pretty
training,
soon.
Job placement for veterans and their
What time should we go
spouses as they
till?
return to civilian
10:20?
life.
10:20.
Helping
Okay.
veterans afford the rent because no
10:19,
one should be homeless
maybe?
in America, especially someone who served the country.
I don't know how long the State of the Union's gonna go. Hopefully, I'd like to stay the whole time, but if it goes on till like 11 o'clock, we can't do that.
We got work, huh?
I gotta work tomorrow.
Dennis McDonough is here of the VA.
McDonald.
We had a first real discussion when I asked him to take the job. I'm glad he did.
Well, anyways, he's just
Yeah,
blabbing
he's
on
gonna
about
blab on
something.
for the rest of it, so we're good.
So before,
Oh, yes, the fentanyl thing, yes.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that
because-
before we go.
well, just like the one guy said, it's your,
It's
fault.
yes.
You know,
But we didn't even need to say anything.
I know, and
And then the other people said border.
and I'm glad
And the
I
other people said border.
yeah, and I'm glad I didn't mute this.
Yes.
Or turn it down because I
They
would have
basically
completely
spoke
missed
for
it.
us.
Yeah, but anyways, so he's talking about fentanyl. He stepped on a rake right there, guys.
Yes.
Because he walked right into that one,
And they
And-
knew it, and they said it.
and it was like a bear trap. Just
Like,
got his leg right there because how he can't defend that at all.
His speechwriters are probably saying, don't mention fentanyl.
But that was probably in the speech is the
Yeah.
ironic part. So it's not even, it wouldn't even be on Biden. It was the speech writer.
Yeah.
I would fire whoever wrote the speech
Yeah.
because you're
You walked
talking.
yourself into that one. You literally walked yourself into that one,
I mean,
dude.
at least
The
he's,
whole reason that the fentanyl thing's a problem is because of the border.
I mean, mind you, it is an important
Issue to
here in the
discuss,
United
yes.
States. But if you're coming from
If
Biden's
you-
perspective,
if
who
you're on
know,
the right side of the aisle for this, you would say that it's because it's coming over the border and we needed to.
we need to
border
close down the
security.
border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why we're having fentanyl coming across the country and killing millions of Americans
And young children, as he said.
and young children, and it's getting laced in different medications
And
people are, rainbow fentanyl coming across the border. And who do you think we have to blame? Well, that's Biden, because he
Open border, everyone come in.
And now I wouldn't be blaming Biden if he was actually trying to solve the issue.
But he's not.
But he's not willing to address the problem. He's not finishing Trump's border wall. And no matter what people say about a border wall not doing jack squat,
Yeah.
they're completely wrong.
Yes! We still have fentanyl coming into this country and killing people.
The thing is, a wall will slow people down.
It may
It
not
actually,
stop them. It may not stop them, but it'll show us how to slow them down.
because they have to try to find other ways to get across the border.
Yeah.
They'll use those.
Meanwhile, the security's watching them the whole time.
Yeah, mind you, they need more border security, and they also need an actual completed wall.
If they would have had that, Uvalde wouldn't have happened. I'm sorry, but like,
Yeah, and not
I'm sorry
only
to bring that back up, but like,
it's affecting all Americans,
yeah,
but it's
that
especially
might be a one
affecting
statement, guys. I'm sorry, that might be a one statement that might not even be related, but
it's especially affecting Arizona
Arizona,
residents
and
and Texas
but
residents.
Texas mostly, probably.
Yeah,
San Antonio.
I mean, I
particularly,
heard
like,
that Arizona was the worst out
Yeah.
of all of them in
Really?
terms of drugs coming across the
Yeah,
border, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Huh?
But anyways,
Complete
yeah,
the
it's
wall,
just
guys, please. Like, complete the wall. Finish Trump's work, please.
yeah.
And make our country a lot safer.
I don't, and you know
Please.
what? The one thing I never quite understood was why people were
upset about it in the first
upset about
place.
a border wall in the first place, because they were thinking like, oh, that's so anti-American. That's
They,
so
you know what they were thinking? They were thinking the Iron Curtain.
yeah.
They were thinking the Berlin Wall. They were thinking that kind of stuff.
It's like
No, First of all, you can see through it.
And people
so,
are-
I mean,
yeah.
it's not like a huge concrete wall where you're going to not be able to see anything.
And people are like, you're so anti-immigration. It's like, no, I'm not anti-immigration. I'm anti-illegal immigration.
Yes.
There's a clear difference there.
Fill out the paperwork and you can come in all you want.
Yeah, I mean, I have no issue with
care
people coming over here
if
legally.
if you care enough about this country, you'll go through the paperwork.
Yeah.
If you care that much about escaping your country.
Yeah, but a lot of these people want to come over the border, and all they want to do is sell drugs or human traffic people.
Yes, that's another yes.
Because they end up bringing a lot of these like little children across the border, and it's usually like a male adult, and they say, "Oh, I'm the father." It's like, well, there's no way of guaranteeing that.
You need to show paperwork.
There's no way of proving that
Yes,
unless they do like a DNA test or anything like that.
Yep.
And obviously that would take time to do that, and they haven't done it.
Right.
You know, so they could easily be, you know, a human trafficking ring coming across the border.
Right.
But yeah, that's my thought
That's
on the whole.
immigration, yes, and I agree fully on that.
Yep. Again, a Biden issue.
Yes. A lot of issues he has to solve here.
Yep.
But such a heinous act should have never happened.
We got about a couple minutes here, and then we gotta
There's no place for political
close it
violence
out.
in America.
2 minutes, you're saying?
We have to
Yeah, about
protect
2
the right
minutes
to
here.
Vote, not suppress the fundamental rights.
So I guess our
Honor
closing
the results
remarks.
of
What
our
do you think of the
elections,
State of the
not
Union,
subvert the
Judd?
will of the people.
As we're closing
We
out
have to
here.
uphold the rule of law and restore trust in our institutions of democracy. And we must give hate and
Hold on.
extremism
Yeah, you wanna
in
set
any
the thing
form
so that way-
no safe harbor.
Well, my thing is that
in your opinion.
I don't know. Maybe he's wrapping up here. Hopefully, but probably not. My closing thing
Our
is
closing remarks, yeah.
Yeah, our closing remarks. Well, I think that Biden made some good points tonight.
Yes, especially with the police thing. That was a highlight, I think, of his.
Yes. But he also made a lot of, you know, classic
Mistakes.
Democratic
Yes.
talking point.
One that I got pretty fired up about, which I mean, I'm not going to apologize for, because...
Well, yeah, and then also just the fentanyl crisis and just all that. It's like, dude, you walked into that one.
First of all, the Roe v. Wade thing passing was one of the greatest things to happen in our country, I feel.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sorry for
You
saying
mean the
that.
Roe v. Wade thing being struck down?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not even being sorry for that. I'm not even going to apologize for that.
Yeah.
Screw it.
That's what you believe in. That's what I believe in. It's what millions of Americans believe in and disagree with the original ruling.
And I know there were a lot of issues with women not being able to get their meds and being in pain because of that.
Yep.
And I feel for those people. I really, really do. But it's like killing one person to save millions. You're saving lives, guys. Like, we save lives by doing that.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. You should celebrate that. We should celebrate that, please. We should celebrate that.
Yep.
And it's not to say that we won't think of ways to help women's reproductive rights. There has to be ways. There has to be.
But we also have to have a distinction between the reproductive rights and the rights of a unborn child.
Yes. Yes.
And the thing is,
it's a very slippery slope. I will admit that.
It's weird how the Democrats like to almost make it as like
as a clump of cells.
Yeah, a clump of cells instead of an actual human being that is growing there. And it's like, at what point does that clump of cells become a human being?
They've never been able to tell us, even to this day.
So at the age of 5 years old, can I kill that child? Can I abort that child at the age of 5? Yeah, is that acceptable? Like, you gotta set these parameters here.
Yeah.
When does life begin? That is the underlying question.
We believe it does at conception.
Yes. That is the true answer to it. But, you know, people
don't agree with that.
They don't agree with it. And it's like, okay, well then
for some reason.
And then okay, well then if you don't agree with me, then what's your reasoning?
Story? What's the better
Yeah,
what's the better option?
When does
Tell
life
me,
begin
please.
then?
Yeah, tell me. Please.
You know,
I would love to know.
Then yeah.
Oh, perfect timing.
And I guess
we did make it.
And
all right.
And I got one last song for
closing out tonight.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was fun to talk.
Biden's just running out.
Yeah.
Man, this actually timed out really perfect
Yes, it
tonight,
did.
didn't it?
All right, guys. Close us out, Jared.
This is Biden on the way out.
Get out of there, Biden! As this is playing, I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight. It was very productive talk, Jared.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
anything
we
you
couldn't
wanna
have
say?
timed it out any better.
Yeah. Anything you gotta say though before we close off?
I mean, yeah, anyways, guys, we're going to try to continue this type of live streaming and stuff for OTG headlines.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. We're still continuing to do our normal podcasting.
Yes.
We're going to be switching over to more conspiracy theories and stuff for our podcast side of it, like the pre-recorded content.
Yeah.
Headlines will be live streamed.
Yes.
And we'll continue to air on our radio station
Yes.
as well as
We
an
have not
audio
forgotten
only.
about Xeno, yes.
Yes. So that's the hub for all of our content, where it, everything goes and spreads out from Xeno to Spotify and all that. So also, check us out on Spotify too. And we're also now available on Rumble.
Yes.
So as soon as things are posted on YouTube, it should pop up on Rumble.
As well.
I'm not so sure about this live stream, so that's I'm a little unsure about that part
Hey,
of it.
but it's gonna be on YouTube though, so that'll be good.
But yeah, so it's on YouTube and under a different show title. So yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Let me try to get this working, maybe. Helps if I have it. There we go. All right, see you guys.
See ya.